through, a little bit of cloud cover. It's a ripping day for footy and netball right across the border. First semi-final day, a preliminary final spot up for grabs for the Wangaratta Magpies or the North Albury Hoppers. Blake Penderecka with you. Great to have your company, whether you're on 2AY, 3&E or O&M Snapprint Solutions TV. We'll have Travis Cartwright on the camera today. Here's the best in the business. Lukey Francis alongside me, Dan Vaccaro and Scotty Montgomery. Boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. A big shout out as well to Dean and Phil. They're here at the ground. They have packed the radio just to listen to the call. How about that, Monty, for the Newmarket Hotel?
Just looking after your North Albury mates again, mate. Come on.
Looking after a sponsor of the call,
yeah.
I think you find, Scott.
No, absolutely. Newmarket Hotel, they're absolutely fantastic, aren't they? And Nico, we know he's one of the more passionate people. Was an all right footballer until his shoulders really started to play up on him, didn't they, Panda? So,
yes.
He'll be down here, and we'll be able to hear him by about half-time, I reckon, because I reckon him and Phil will have a couple into him by then.
I reckon so as well. Better wind out there, Monty?
Yeah, it's a real... I don't know, swirling around. Early on, it was sort of blowing across the ground towards the Sullivan, or the Caneen, the Sullivan light tower, and then it blew around and started heading to the opposite pocket, but now it's sort of heading back down the ground towards the city end.
So you've got absolutely no idea
it's
where it's
actually blowing around everywhere.
Dan Vaccaro, who are we looking at on our 40-wing stat sheet today?
Thank you, Panda. For Wangaratta, we're taking Pat Nation number, Matt Grossman, Alex Federico, Jackson Clark, and we're going to look at Cal Moore today and see how he goes. First game back in a little while, and for North Albury, we're taking Tim Broomhead's numbers, Julian Hayes, Archie Gardner, Caden Winter, and big Josh Minogue as well.
I like it on the 40-wing stat sheet. Both sides are out there at both ends of the ground. A great crowd building as well, Monty, around the WJ Finlay Oval.
Yeah, it's really good. On that hill just to the left of you boys, there's a lot of green and gold shirts in there, so it looks fantastic. And just underneath the normally the can bar stand, it's a bit empty, really. I thought there'd be a few more under there, but I think it's sort of starting to spread out a little bit. And I reckon once those junior finals finish over the ground, they might get a few more through the gate as well.
Dare I say it? Is there more North Albury people here?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Are you asking me, Dan, or
yes,
Monty?
I'm asking you.
I would say, just from what I can see, probably at the moment, there's some signs over there as well, which looks pretty strange.
There's a few on the fence as well. There's a Wizard and there's Dennis the Menace.
I don't mind that.
There's a bit happening. Yeah, maybe.
I don't mind it, getting up and about. Hey, the
fan.
Wang Juniors are on across the road at the Norm Minns Oval, and a very, very healthy crowd over there as well. So you might be right, Monty. There might be a few that float back in after this one. Have we had the coin toss yet, Monty? I don't think we have we?
We did, but I was talking to you blokes and I missed it, so I'll wait and see.
All righty. Well, that's a bit of a letdown.
Bit of a letdown. Sorry, boys.
Who wins, Monty, and why?
I'm going to go North. I just feel they're a bit more potent in their midfield. Depth might be a little bit too strong today.
Dan?
North by 6 goals, Panda.
You said last week they were
6 goals.
You said 90 points in the group chat during the week.
No, I didn't.
6 goals.
What about you, Luke?
I'm going with the North Albury Football Club, Panda. I think they'll win. I'll go 5 points. Looking forward to seeing Josh Murphy. First time I've seen him live. Yeah, what about yourself?
I think North Albury will be too strong as well. Lukey Francis, just on Josh Murphy, of course, Monty. He's got a big month ahead, I reckon. Of course, he is touted as a potential draft prospect, and he's had a very good year with the Murray Bush Rangers. Yeah,
he had a great year, didn't he? And we saw him on Anzac Day, just the talent he has. Just obviously didn't kick straight that day, but we know that if he can kick straight, he'll be an absolute superstar. And he's a great size. He's only going to get bigger and stronger as well. So, yeah, if I was an AFL club, I'd be definitely looking at him, looking at some of the other guys that have been drafted in recent time from the same area. So, yeah.
And last year we saw Connor O'Sullivan come in for Albury and have a really big impact and get drafted with the 11th pick to Geelong. And Phoenix Gothard as well.
Would he go 12, didn't he, or 13?
I think he went 12 or 13 to GWS. And, of course, Joe Richards drafted from the Wang Magpies. And then, of course, who was the young fella from Yarrawonga as well? Monty that got drafted, left footer?
He played a couple of games for Sydney this year.
Yes, name escapes me. So
James Jordan?
No.
He got drafted from Yarra.
He did indeed.
Josh Tweedo in the middle.
So North Albury kicking to the bar reserve end.
And I reckon the umpires are going to make us wait right until 2
p.m.
Yeah,
that's good. That's what it should be.
Because it's 1:58 at the moment. They run out to their positions now.
Well, both teams are ready to toss the coin early, and the umpires send them back. That's why I sort of turned around and paid attention to it, boys.
Ash Broughton clearing his way behind him here at the WJ Finlay Oval. A packed house in here. First semi-final. The Wangaratta Magpies up against the North Albury Hoppers. Of course, the Magpies losing to the Rovers last week. And the Hoppers defeating the Dogs by 3 points in a thriller at the Albury Sports Ground. The Wangaratta Rovers will await the winner of this game next Sunday at Birralee Park. A perfect venue for another preliminary final.
Grossman's gone to Murphy.
Anyone gone to Tim Broomhead,
Yep,
Monty?
Mark Anderson at full forward.
So Tim Broomhead playing out of the
There's
goal
already
square.
some pushing and shoving as well.
You've got to fill your time because Ash Broughton has just held the footy in the air. First quarter underway for A-grade Alls and Batteries. Here's Lukey Francis for Macrae Motors.
Yeah, Tweedale and Wiedemann to get us going in the middle. There's Federico. Caden Winner at the bottom of the pack. Surprise, surprise. And the umpire to take control. So a stoppage just right of a centre. Here we go again. Tweedale clearly. Winter, Nilly. Comes out, Penny. Might get the first clearing kick, he does. He goes into the netball court and inside 50, over the top of Minogue in the pack. Comes out the back. Taylor just thumps it on. Here's Murphy. Get a first look at him. And the ball's gone out of bounds, 35 around from goal at the netball court end.
Do you see the way Josh Minogue come up at that footy there? It was a quick kick out of the stoppage, but he was the first one there. And it was great work from Grossman to get across and help. But, yeah, he's going to be so dangerous today, Minogue.
Federico. Then Porter gets one away from the stoppage. Heading towards a chalk again. This time just left of centre wing. And again, we'll have another boundary throw in, Dan.
Yeah, you just saw Alex Federico there get his first disposal for the game, but he looks lively and he's going to be super important for Wangaratta's chances today on the 40-wing stat sheet.
So we've played around a minute and a half for NZ opening term. A-grade Alls and Batteries. Tweedale getting some early ascendancy in the ruck. Down to Harry Hewitt, who's got a really open 50. A one-on-one. Moore and Weaven. Moore, first crack at it today. Did pretty well, then fell over. Weaven did well as also in a one-on-one. Ramage is in trouble. Hollandine wraps him up, ball up inside forward 50. A nice little early win, would you say there, Monty, for Harry Weaven in a one-on-one against Calmore?
Yeah, it was, but you could see Calmore had all the strength in the world then.
He got a quick kick out of a clearance there. Gardner, that was Flynn over around the footy. Clark spins out of traffic. Wide tie Tua, drop the footy inside 50. Left foot kick, screws it over his shoulder. Has been marked in the defensive goal square by Isaac Campbell for North Albury.
Campbell, he's going to go out to the far side. Good kick. Picking up Archie Gardner. And now who's he got on? Goes to Foster. Back to Archie. Comes his side. Now Reynolds tried to climb over the top of Clark. Gets it out the back. This is Winter. Caden picks it up now. Oh, misses Flynn Garden with the hand pass. Time to mop up here through Caden Winner. Oh, this might be turned over. Paddy Nash comes in. Couldn't take the mark. Hewitt breaks away. He'll get a shot on goal. Wobbly ball. They're on the board, the Maggies. They get there first. 6-0 on the Steel Line scoreboard. They're away, Dan.
Yeah, it was a really good start there by Wangaratta. 2 inside 50s early days, and their big names starting to get their hands on the ball. Federico, Clark, early disposals, and Cal Moore passed the first test with his hands on the...
3-on-1. The numbers just harassed and harassed from Wangaratta, and they're able to get that replay inside 50, and then Harry Hewitt. Great finish. I called for that pre-game. I want to see him stand up today, and that's a good start for him.
So a great start for the Wangaratta Magpies, and Tweedale, great work in the ruck with some early ascendancy. Here's Broomhead straight in the middle. Mark Anderson going with him. Broomhead goes by hand to Wiedemann, had a little fumble. Federico won a hard footy. Goes back to Harry Smart, was under pressure. The hopper swoop in through Gardner and Winter. And after all that, we're going to have another stoppage just forward of the circle. In between the circle and centre half forward for North Albury. 1 straight 6. The Magpies, to the hoppers yet to score. We've gone around 3.5 minutes here for NZ. Broomhead with a clearance. Goody. Did he get one high from Nash? He did. Umpire says free kick to North Albury.
Mark Anderson still standing right next to Tim Broomhead, who's gone in the middle.
So Goody pops it out really wide. Campbell in a paddock out there. He's going to swing around onto his left, go towards Leighton Taylor. Melville up against him. Good one-on-one contest. They pile in at ground level, and we're going to have another stoppage, I reckon, inside forward 50 for North Albury. One straight 6 the Pies. The Hoppers yet to score. Luke Francis for Macrae Motors. Done a Robbie.
Term as the sun breaks through here. 40 out, netball court end. Cody Gardner brought down by Porter over the shoulder. Yeah, okay. So back into the team, Scotty. Cody?
Yeah, we know he's a Bushrangers kid. He's got so much talent, and hopefully he can go back here. His distance might just test him, I reckon, but the wind is sort of blowing across the ground, so it shouldn't affect the kick with distance.
So Cody, he's going to have to give it everything he's got here. He'll meet the ball on the 50-metre arc. He pops it up. Not going to quite get there. Hands go up. Wide tie Tua gets a crack at it. Here's Goody. Goes through George. Josh Minogue rolls it through for one behind. So there's their first score. The North Albury Hoppers. So 6 plays 1 on the Steel Line scoreboard. We've got the Maggies up here, opening term, and it's brought to you by A-Grade Oils and Batteries.
Melville with the kick in duty, so looks like he will play at half-back today. He's going to get a 1-2 here from Federico. Such a classy player as Brad Melville. Kicks long down the line. Ramage in a one-on-one versus Hollandine. Ramage lost his footing. Wiedemann tapped it to the advantage of Porter. And look at the run from the Wang Magpies here. They got numbers out the back. That was a really good interception there from Flynn Gardner. And I reckon Laverty would have liked his time against Scott Montgomery.
Yeah, Jackson Clark was yelling and screaming for that one. He probably should have told him to hold on to it because he could have seen that Gardner was closing up really tight there, whereas Laverty just went with the voice and tried to play on straight away. So really great work there from Gardner to cut that one off. But yeah, he'd want his time again there. I think both Jackson Clark and Xavier Laverty.
So we have a boundary throw in, 70 around for the Magpies goal. Knowles with the secondary tap, McIntosh. Clearing kick down the line. Good fist from behind there from Norton on Winter, and another boundary throw in the exact same position, about 80 around from the Magpies goal.
Yeah, it's a really tight arm wrestle at the moment from both teams. 4 inside 50s for North, 3 for Wangaratta Magpies, so it is really even at the moment. Broomhead, Gardner, Winter, all with 2 disposals early on the 40-wing stat sheet.
That's the voice of Dan Vaccaro. Here we go, ball back into play. Just in front of the balcony at WJ Finlay. Federico, the Preston Prince, tries to burst through. Goody to McIntosh. And here's Ramage, gets to it and wants to come back this way. McIntosh, good delivery, talent, well up the ground. Richards, Cody Garter had him. Ball back at bootlace level. Federico's got it. Players swarm in and the umpire's going to take it. So again, another stoppage. Yeah, good crowd in. First semi-final day in the O&M. On a Sunday afternoon. Let's have a look. Wiedemann got up high. Smart. He's taken and claimed. And again, another stoppage, Scotty.
Yeah, I think we'll see a fair bit of this. It's going to be pretty scrappy, I think, around the ball with obviously a couple of ruckmen who aren't really dominating at the moment.
Richards out of the clearance and a whistle. And there's a free kick here.
I think it's going to go to Broomhead against Mark Anderson, boys. And it was Ash Broughton who was about 40 metres away from the play.
All righty, so a free kick to Tim Broomhead. Looks like Mark Anderson has a pretty tight tag on Tim. 6 plays 1.
And I think George Goody might be doing a bit of a negating role on Federico too, boys.
We've played 6.5, 7 minutes for NZ opening term here on O&M Live. Broomhead runs into trouble and then has to retreat back to Gardner. Flynn, aggressive kick to half back, finds Julian Hayes. They're dairy by foot, North Albury. Julian Hayes in his defensive 50. Pops it out wide. That's Ramage out there. Had an outstanding 2024. Pops it over the top to Julian again. Playing just a little bit of possession footy, the Hoppers, Monty, for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, I think it's just the way we spoke about it pre-game, the way Wang have set up the ground. They're defending it quite well and forcing these short little chip kicks sideways and just creeping forward. But yeah, they're defending the middle of the ground so well.
Here goes Reynolds, right down the outer side. Maggies pick it up though through Smart, and they come back to their half-forward flank. Laverty wide out. Fists it to Charlie Nash, ball out of bounds. How are we going down? Early days, inside 50s thanks to 40 wings.
Yeah, 4 apiece from both teams on the 40-wing stat sheet. So really tight arm wrestle. And Tim Broom had 3 disposals early on the 40-wing stat sheet. So let's just see how that tag from Anderson goes.
Opening term. WJ Finlay, Knowles. Then Moore came flying through, missed it. Broomhead. He's in there also with Hayes. Anderson over the top. Again, we get another stoppage here. So right of centre wing. They've got the Maggies leading 6-1 on the Steel Line scoreboard. Comes out the side. Hayes, big punch away, ends up in the hands of Cody Gardner. Tried to handle over the top to Winter. Norton got it up. Richards hooked it around his body. Hewitt picks it up. Could he kick a second? He straightens up again. I think he's got it, he has. He's got an early double. Harrison Hewitt. Gee, that was good, Scotty.
Absolutely it was. We know how good this kid can be, and he's hit the scoreboard twice already. But just the way they were set up around that stoppage there, Wangaratta, their forward line had a lot of space into it. They got the hit out into space, and running onto it was Harry Hewitt, and great finish from the young fella.
Yeah, Monty, you called for him to get a bit more of the ball pre-game, and he's certainly doing that at the moment. That's his second, and a fantastic start here by Wangaratta Magpies. 5 inside 50s for them. Federico is starting to have a little save in the middle of the ground. 4 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet for him, and positive start for Wangaratta.
12 plays 1 and 2 early goals to Harry Hewitt in the first semi-final between the Magpies and the Hoppers. He is a smooth operator, is Harry Hewitt. He looks very good. Broomhead was Good in the congestion there to Gardner. McIntosh finds his left foot. Kicks to half forward. One-on-one there between Dennis and Norton. The Hoppers win it through Foster Gardner. Hand passes to Talent. Checks his kick at the last minute. Went straight to the back of Tilly. Here's Cody Gardner. Will stream into an open goal and kick the Hoppers first. Cody Gardner with the Sun Jam goal today. Fortuitously in the right place at the right time, and the Hoppers are on the board. Monty for the Newie.
We know that's how North Albury will score all of their goals, with a bit of drive and run through the midfield. It's not always pretty to the big key forwards. It's just a bit of a drive mentality with them. Just keep rolling it forward, and Gardner will just happen to get on the end of it in a bit of space, and a really nice finish from the young fella.
Yeah, the Gardner gang have shown up today, and that was a good finish there from Cody Gardner, and a positive start. 5 inside 50s for them. Broomhead, Hayes, Gardner, all their hands on the footy early.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed, just to settle them. North Albury was so good versus the Wodonga Bulldogs last Sunday at the Albury Sports Ground. And, of course, the Maggies coming off a 44-point loss to the Wang Rovers in the qualifying final at Corowa. Back in the middle, let's have a look. There's Porter to Melville to Waitai Tua. And here he goes. Left foot. Where's Moore? Over the back it goes. Here's King going after it. Jackson Clark meets him. Ball towards the pocket, just fumbles a little. King, one of the line, got it. Ball out of bounds, 30 around from goal at the Evans Street end, Scotty.
Yeah, Jackson Clark, I reckon, could be the forward that could get dangerous. He's getting really good matchups down there. Bit of a mismatch a couple of times on young Gardner as well. So just keep an eye on that one, I reckon, boys.
Boundary throw in, 40 around from Maggie's goal, kicking to the Evans Street end. Moore doing the ruck work inside 50. Porter, edge of attacking 50, lowers the eyes looking for Charlie Nace. Big defensive fist comes from the Hoppers. Penny was clean onto Goody. His hand pass somehow found its way to Archer Gardner. McIntosh has started pretty well. Clearing kick, but it's all Magpies on the wing. Grossman's first there. Foster Gardner chases after him. Lands in the lap of Nathan Dennis. Hand passes to his roommate and Jack Reynolds, who takes a bounce down the wing, runs into trouble, gives it back to Dennis. He slips over. So a couple of Hoppers losing their footing here. Dennis lowers the eyes inside 50, looking for Reynolds, who has made a 100-metre sprint. Pops it over the top here to Minogue. Goes by hand to Gardner. He sets sail from 45. It's a poor kick. That whole play was a little bit rushed from North Albury, and a free kick to the Magpies in the last line of defence.
Gee, how good was Nathan Dennis and Jack Reynolds? Scotty, they made the most of it. They just needed another hopper with them.
They did, absolutely. Just needed to hit that kick inside 50, didn't Dennis, just to hit Reynolds, and he would have been having a flying shot on goal. But you can just see when they get moving from half back to half forward, they can be dangerous. They move it with so much pace, the North Albury Hoppers.
Maggie's up by 5 points on the steel line scoreboard. Long one towards half back. So they have it, the Magpies. Now, what will they do here? Here's Clark. He's going to go up the line with a 35-metre kick. Turns it over to Ramage. It's been so good this season. The green and gold to Wiedemann. It was great last week versus the Doggies. Now, he wants to come broadcast side, now to the corridor to Archie Gardner. So they want to go direct. Now they come this way to Reynolds. Here he is, the former Mara Bomber. Back to the corridor. With Caden Winner now, the assistant coach for the North Albury Hoppers, to the arc of the 50, netball court end. Melville went to ground. Ball with talent goes out of bounds, and we will have a throw-in.
Archie Gardner, he started the game pretty well on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's up to 4 disposals, and if they can get him driving that run on the wing, they're in for a big day, Wangaratta.
So another stoppage. Toss back in from the boundary umpire. 50 metres from North Albury goal. Penny out of the clearance, top of the goal square. Getting 2 hands to it was Dennis, not able to mark at ground level. Smart hand pass to Minogue, who should kick an easy goal in the square. Penny does. And the Hoppers have got 2 in a row. A wonderful hand pass sitting on his bum from Nathan Dennis. And the Hoppers hit the lead by a point. Scott Montgomery for the Newie.
Yeah, a little fumble there from Josh Minogue. Got a bit lucky. He was lucky that he had a teammate following him in, but that's what good forwards do, don't they? They smell the opportunity, and Jack Penny just kept following in and kicked that goal. And they look dangerous when they get it in there enough, North Albury, just to make sure they keep it in there and don't let Wang rebound from half back. But they're looking dangerous early, North Albury.
Gardner, as mentioned earlier, 4 disposals for him on the 40-wing stat sheet.
13-12 on the steel line scoreboard. Hoppers up by a point. Here's Porter out of the middle, a high ball rush, one inside 50. Evans Street end. Coming through Federico. Well done by Flynn Garnett to Winter, back to Flynn, and then on to Wiedemann. He's coming through the middle again. Big raking left foot. Look at that to Minogue. Oh, brilliant mark. An elite body and paint mark of the day. Super clutch on the footy. Now he's 60 out. He goes with a low driving ball. Leighton Taylor is it? It's Broomhead. Tim Broomhead has taken the mark. 35 to 40 out. Gee, that was good footy, Scotty.
Just really good forward craft from Timmy there. He got down in the pocket deep and just a really good shove to the chest of Mark Anderson. He was able to get that 2 or 3 metre break and a great kick for there from your big key forward. That's what you want. When you can't make the distance, you want to make sure you're hitting targets, and that was beautiful from Josh Minogue there going inside 50.
Tim Broomhead, what a footballer this guy is. As we said last week, his footy IQ is just through the roof. There's no wonder he played at the elite level for the Collingwood Magpies. In he comes, Tim. 35 to 40 out. Look at that. He's a good player. And they get another dent.
Yeah, they do. Tim Broomhead, he started the game well. He's up to 4 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, and he's kicked a very important goal. So they might need to have a look at that if it starts going in this direction that it started in this game. But no, good, really good start from North Albury. They look a lot more attacking going forward, Mont, than what Wangaratta look. They might be a little bit more methodical, but North Albury look a lot more fiery going forward.
Yeah, they just move with so much more pace than what Wangaratta do at the moment, so I feel that's where they're going to get them off guard, and I just don't like that matchup of Anderson when he goes forward for Broomhead. I think through the middle it's all right, but I think Timmy's just a little bit too smart and crafty and quick for Mark down there.
So the Hoppers with 3 in a row after the Magpies kicked 2 early ones through Harry Hewitt. They're doing this well, though, winning clearance out of the middle. Federico has to retreat, and the pressure from North Albury is elite as they jump on Brad Melville at the bottom of that pack. And we have a ball up just to the left of the centre circle, broadcast wing. Wiedemann and Knowles. Knowles down to Penny. McIntosh went in. Paddy Naish went by foot. Well done, Richards. Won a big one-on-one in the middle of the ground. The Magpies clear it out wide to Clark, who's got 10 metres on Jack King on the far side. So Jackson playing in the forward half of the ground. Lowers the eyes, looking for more. Ramage did well, put himself in an awkward position. Weaven, clearing kick long down the line. Looks for Leighton Taylor, a really good mark by Tilly. He marks in front of the scoreboard, which reads 3-1-19 the Hoppers to the Magpies 2 straight 12. We're doing it for Steel Line. We played 16 minutes opening term for NZ.
Here's Paddy Naish, and he winds up and he thumps it in. Good mark from Clark. Takes it, wants to play on quickly. What's he got forward? Look at that for delivery into Calmore.
I don't reckon Calmore was even looking at that ball until it got halfway to him then. It was just perfect from Jackson Clark. He saw the space in front of Moore and knew he had a bit of a mismatch, and he was going to be the first to react to the kick, and he just put it there, and Calmore did that.
Plays on, thumps it through. So there's Calmore's first of the day. They kicked the first 2, the Maggies. And the Hoppers had kicked the following 3 until he put that one through to the Evans Street end.
Yeah, no doubt. That'll be a big goal for Cal Moore's confidence, obviously, coming in. He's clearly, obviously, not at 100%. He's one that can really get Wangaratta going in this game, on.
Absolutely is. I think he's one that might have to stay in the forward half today. We know how damaging he can be in the middle as well, but if he's in that front half and kicking balls like that to a guy like Moore, who might only be on one leg, but if he gets balls delivery like that, he's going to kick a bag.
It was just smart forward craft from Jackson Clark. Put it to the position, said, Cal, you do the rest, and he did. 19 minutes played for NZ opening term. We've got 6 goals in the first semi-final, so a bit of a shootout early. Winter, lots of players losing their footing as they did across the road yesterday. Great tackle from Mark Anderson, and he wins the free kick for holding the ball. Charlie Naish for the Pies, goes in towards Calmore, too good, too strong. A great delivery as well to Charlie Naish, but you can put that down to a great tackle from Mark Anderson on Tim Broomhead.
Yeah, absolutely, and even Chris Knowles was doing the work to get the ball through the middle of that pack, but just you can tell the way that Calmore had to prop on that lead there and push again off Weaven. Just shows you he's not 100% confident in that hammy, I don't reckon, boys.
So Calmore for 2 in a minute will kick from a 35-metre distance on a pretty tight angle. Broadcast side, drop punt looks pretty good from Cal. He's got 2. And the Magpies regain the lead. They move to 4 straight 24. The Hoppers 3-1-19 on the Steel Line scoreboard. End-to-end footy. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Well, we've been saying all week in pre-game that he holds the key for Wangaratta. Cal Moore, even a not 100% fit Cal Moore, is still amazing. He's had 3 disposals and he's kicked 2 goals. So it's going to be maximum impact with minimal disposals for Cal Moore today. But what a good reply for Wangaratta. They're playing some good footy. 11 inside 50s. They've taken 4 marks inside their 50 as well. So extremely potent going forward. And their midfield work's been spectacular. 3 centre clearances this game already.
We've gone 20 for NZ in the opening term, and we've already got 7 goals on the board in the first semi. So it's a great spectacle.
Yeah, free kick to Anderson here, bit high from Broomhead.
Yeah, Mark will receive the footy. Coming back to him now. So now Moore's deep. In it comes. O'Keefe off his hands. Good fist away. Winter gets it to Wiedemann and goes with that long ball. Look at that. Josh Minogue. Can he take it? Nearly. Off his hands. Here they go. Bordignon. And then they come out wide to Paddy Nash. Going forward. Has a bounce here. Wants to hook it back around. Oh, she going up Fraser Hollandine. Couldn't quite take it in. Winter is met by Moore.
Oh,
and that is the quickest call in the history of the game.
Poor opportunity is still a thing, isn't it? That's a bit stiff, I reckon, there.
So Cal Moore is the recipient of a holding the ball free kick here. And he will line up for 3 goals in 3 minutes of footy. The distance will test this hamstring here. But he's kicking the footy with a lot of confidence. Loads up from 55. A bit of a mongrel old drop pump, but I reckon it's through. 3 in 3 minutes for Cal Moore, the staff. Goal number 52 in season 2024, and now the Magpies have got 3 in the bounce. Dan Vaccaro.
What a start by Cal Moore. He's just dominating. Got a little bit fortunate there. They might have just subscribed to the romance of Cal Moore playing and having an impact, I think, the umpires. But what a fantastic, I wouldn't say fantastic kick, but what a fantastic result for Cal Moore. 4 disposals and 3 goals early for him. And Wangaratta is starting to really dominate the territory. 13 inside 50s to 8 so far on the 40-wing stat sheet in favour of Wangaratta.
Spoke about the midfield battle. I think they're well on top in there.
Yep.
At the moment, Tweedale and Knowles are absolutely dominating. They might have to look at this one.
We recommence back in the middle. Tweedale got up high. Here's Melville thumping it forward. Fraser Hollandine trying to hook it over his head by hand. O'Keefe appealing for a free kick, and he does get it. And here he goes. Now, can he pick out some space? Inside 50, over the top of Cal Moore. Clark plays on. Now, what's the umpire said? It's all clear. It's another. Yep. So they kicked the last 4, the Maggies. Wow, Scotty, what a momentum swing.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's all starting in the middle, that clearance there. Then they get it forward, got a free kick. Might have been a little bit lucky because he might have dropped it in the knees, but then it got out the back, and Jackson Clark, hasn't he, looked dangerous to start this game. Him and Cal Moore, the 1-2 punch. It's looking very, very ominous here for North Albury.
Yeah, 5 centre clearances to 1 this quarter in favour of Wangaratta. The ruck duel, as Monty said, is dominating. But the other thing as well is all the big names for Wangaratta are starting to dominate. We mentioned Cal Moore, he's kicked 3. Jackson Clark's had 6 disposals and a goal. Federico and Paddy Nash as well, all getting their hands on the footy on the 40-wing stat sheet. So North Albury got to figure out a way to respond.
This is where they're looking really dangerous, in the middle of the ground. They need to respond in here. Wiedemann, hand passes to Goody, but set up on straight away. While the Wangaratta Magpies who have their tails up, Pat Nash slipped over and copped a bit of heat work there from Goody. 1-on-1 here between Talent and Barrett. Talent slipped over. Gardner grabbed by Barrett. And Gardner wins the free kick of the Archer variety. Just forward of the centre. He plays on straight away. Checks his kick looking for Minogue. Spills out the back here. Where are the Crummers? Not there. Well done, Melville, who's been very busy, clean early. Looks really good at half back. Fires it out to Waitai Tua. He's going to go down the wing. Kicks to Clark, who leaps and takes a lovely mark in front of Flynn Gardner. And he's going to go down the line, Lukey Francis, for Macrae Motors.
He retreats back. Grossman under a stack of pressure. The hoppers are all over him. Gone. Had to pay it. Keith Talent with the ball. He goes for Josh Minogue now. He's on the lead. Bordignon with a fist to it. Archgarden takes it. Smart tried to get him. Winter. Now on to Leighton Taylor. Right foot snap is usually good in this situation and has missed to the broadcast side. Through for 1 behind.
Yeah, as we can see there, the umpires are very quick onto that holding the ball. So as long as they're consistent all day, it's 5 free kicks apiece for each team. So it is even, but they're just quick onto the holding the ball.
Really like the look of Brad Melville at half-back, Monty, for the Newmarket.
Yeah, so do I. We know how much of a good ball user he is, and he's a good decision maker too, so that's really setting him up at the moment to start this game.
7 disposals for him.
And a screaming kid as well on our effects mic. His kick on that occasion been intercepted by Julian Hayes. 2 kicks from home. Looking for Josh Minogue again. Pat Naish comes across with a big defensive fist. Barrett's got to work at ground level. Goody grabs him. And the umpire says, give it to me.
I just feel they're getting a little bit too predictable here. Josh Minogue, centric. They're just folding back onto him, getting 2 or 3 in front of his leading lane.
We're going to spend an issue throughout the majority of 2024, Monty. Easy to defend as Gardner tackles Melville at ground level. Federico, in fact. And we have another ball up inside 50, 30 metres out from the Hoppers' goal. 36 plays 20 on the Steel Line scoreboard. Late stages opening term for A-grade Alls and Batteries.
Yeah, what a first quarter in the first semi. Federico on the boot. Bananaed around. Reynolds goes back, dropped it. Porter, Cullen on his tail. Porter gets it to Melville. And then Melville wants Cowmore, who's a long way from home. Left of centre wing here on the near side. So he's saying to settle it down, boys. Tries to get Charlie Naish. Well done from Reynolds to get a hand to it. And takes it out of bounds. 36 plays 20. The Wang Magpies up over the North Albury Hoppers on the Steel Line scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone over 26 here, opening term.
So 3 goals to Cal Moore, 2 to Hewitt and 1 to Clark for the Magpies. They've got 6 in the opening term. Weaven came off his foot. Foster Gardner tackled by Norton. Ball up right in the middle of the WJ Finlay.
Monty, I feel like Callum Moore's just starting to get a little bit of confidence. He's up the ground, he's hitting a few more contests.
Yeah, I think when that kick went back in, a repeat inside 50, they cleared right up high and just to follow the North Albury defenders up.
Federico getting really busy. Tweedale's kick was smothered. Smart's gang tackled by Gardner and Ramage. Another ball up. Just 4 to the circle here, favouring the Wangaratta Magpies, who have kicked 6 big ones in the opening term. The Hoppers are 3-2.
Now Wiedemann try to get his way through. Ball up in the air. Melville again. This time just left of the heart of WJ Finlay. Wants to push it out to the other side. Mark taken by Federico. To the half-forward flank. Tilly picks it up. Flynn Gardner's got in. Now what will the umpire do here? He's going to take possession and we will have a ball up. So still that 16-point margin here to the Wang Maggies. Must be very close to the quarter-time break.
We've had 9 goals, Lukey, so it might be a long quarter.
And Tilly's rolled forward, boys,
true.
which is a bit of a move we haven't seen at all this year.
Don't mind it.
They're really stretching them.
Federico, geez, been good in this opening term. Winter comes in, handballs over the top to Campbell, out the back to Goody. Swings it out wide. Barrett, too tall for him. Grossman got a fist to it. Ball's gone out of bounds.
Alex Federico, he's lighting up the 40-wing stat sheet at the moment. He's had 9 disposals, and Brad Melville's had 9 as well. So all the big names getting involved for Wangaratta in this first quarter.
So Federico off 37 disposals. I reckon he had 11 clearances last week. A lot of confidence in the middle. And he's lighting up the 40-wing stat sheet as Wiedemann hand passes backwards towards Hayes. Hollandine at ground level. Kick smothered in there. Players piling in late stages of the opening term, and we're going to have another ball up on the edge of 50 here, favouring the Wangaratta Magpies. Cal Moore looks so dangerous in that goal square with Harry Weaven on him. He's already kicked 3 goals in the opening term. As the siren sounds to end a very entertaining opening quarter here on 2AY, 3&E and O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. The Magpies kicked the first 2, the Hoppers kicked the next 3, and the Magpies have kicked 4 on the trot. Stay with us here on O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The rumours are true. We're heading to the Riverina. That's right, fifth quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October. We'll then be in Wagga Wagga on the 10th. Isaac and I will be bringing plenty of our teammates along for the journey. We can't wait to see you all there. Head to fifth quarter camp's website for more details. See you soon.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Quarter time here at a packed WJ Finlay Oval, and it's a 16-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies. They were clinical in the opening term, 6 straight 36, leading the Hoppers 3-20. Blake Panda-Escott with you, Luke Francis, Stan Vaccaro, who's going to run through our 40-wing stat sheet and give some of our McRae Motors quarters best in the opening term.
Yeah, thank you, Panda. McRae Motors quarters best was Alex Federico for Wangaratta for mine. He had 9 disposals in that first quarter. He was fantastic. He was really that main driver in their midfield for Wangaratta. And Brad Melville as well. He had 9 disposals off the half-back line. So both of those players playing really good football, a little bit more evenly spread at North. There's not a real standout. Caden Winter was good in the midfield. I think he was flying the flag for them in that first quarter. He had 8 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet as well. And the inside 50 count, reasonably even. It's just that Wangaratta have got a little bit more scoreboard pressure. So 14 inside 50s for them, and North Albury have had the 11.
Scott Montgomery, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. What did the coaches have to say at quarter time?
Sorry, mate, just getting accosted by the crowd down here. But yeah, I was listening to the midfield group of North Albury just before they went into Timmy, and they were really disappointed with how their wingmen collapsed, and the Wangaratta wingmen were able to stay on the outside and probably gave them a bit of drive that they spoke about in the pre-game. And yeah, they really just need to work on their structure around the footy. They know they're not going to win the ruck taps. They've set up for that, but they're just going to make sure that now they stick to their structure to give them every single chance. Just listen to Reedy, and he was really happy. Their defensive pressure was one thing they spoke about. which to result in a couple of goals. And they've been able to get 8 marks in their forward half, which has been absolutely massive to them hitting the scoreboard 6 times in that first quarter.
Cal Moore has 3 of those, 6 goals as well, and has looked super on his return from a long-term hamstring injury that he did in, I think, round 14 against Myrtleford in a mud pile there at the McNamara Reserve. And he looks very potent inside forward 50, does Cal Moore. Pretty good crowd in here at the WJ Finlay Oval. Mont, what would you say? You're a pretty good crowd estimator?
I'd be pushing between 2.5 and 3, I reckon.
Okay, we'll keep you posted. GM of the Ovens and Murray, Kane Arandarchikis, will shoot us a little text and let us know the official numbers later on. Who needs to get moving on the 40-wing stat sheet for North Albury here, Dan?
Look, it's no one really in particular. I feel like Julian Hayes got a little bit of the footy, but he hasn't had that impact going into the middle of the ground as he has. So if he can find himself in more dangerous areas, I think he's the one that can really take over for North Albury.
Here we go on the second term. So the Maggies with the last 4 goals before the break. Here they come through. Paddy Nash again. Inside 50, netball caught in. Clark takes the mark in the hands, Scott.
I'm really, really concerned about this matchup with Flynn Gardner down there. They've got him one-on-one a few times now, and Jackson Clark's just way too big, too strong. So it's going to have to one the North Albury coaches box might have to look at. But we spoke about it right on quarter time, that how good this bloke's looked so far. Just going to start this second quarter exactly the same way he finished the last.
He's usually brilliant by foot. Such a good player is Jackson Clark. 50 out. That one's right. It's not coming back enough. It's going to keep its line and goes over the back for one behind. So 37 plays 20 now on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. The Wang Maggies up over North Albury.
Yeah, and Jackson Clark, he's really dominating this contest. 8 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet for him and a goal as well.
Pretty good scorecard question it looks like now. Clark and Melville had a pretty good quarter and a bit, haven't they, Dan?
They have, I agree, Panda.
What about that kick from Julian Hayes? Finds Archer Gardner, and here North Albury go. They've switched the footy out to Leighton Taylor, who's in between wing and half forward. Lowers the eyes looking for Minogue. Had a little bit of space. Wonderful transition ball movement from the kick in from Julian Hayes, and Minogue will line up for his first shot on goal, 40 out tight angle.
First time we've seen him with a genuine one-on-one Josh Minogue on Michael Bordingong. He was just a little bit too strong, but the kick from Leighton Taylor as well, going inside 50, was a beautiful one. He had in the space and didn't have to break stride, and that's what they need to get more of. They spoke about it at their huddle, that they're collapsing on top of Josh a bit too much, but just allowing the Wangaratta players to go 2 or 3 up against him. So that's what they'll want more of in the rest of this game, a bit more one-on-one time for Josh Minogue.
So he kicked 6 goals last week in the elimination final, 67 for season 2024. He's second at North Albury, back after a stint down in Melbourne. Will line up here. Kick on the way is pretty good. And the Hoppers break a run of 4 in a row for the Wang Magpies. Josh has got his first. They move to 4-2-26 to the Wang Magpies, 6-1-37. Margin back to 11, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, really good finish there by Josh Minogue. And I felt like that was a goal that they really needed, North Albury. Wangaratta have really been on top the last sort of 15 minutes of the last quarter and the start of this. So it is a really important kick. Archie Gardner, Julian Hayes, all getting involved in that play as well. So it's good to see and see if they can fight back from here.
Boys, just a quick one. Brad Melville was getting a little bit of a treatment at quarter time, and he's just come off with a not too nice look on his face, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
What, Monty?
He was worried about the foot again.
Hope that's not the case, Lukey.
First semi-final day, that's it, Panda. In the Ovens and Murray for 2024. Ramage holds up in defence, and he gets one to Flynn Gardner. Comes out with a 25-metre kick. Trying to pick up Campbell. He's wide-tied to it, worried him out of it. Gets around one. Inboard to Richards. Umpire said play on. Back to wide-tied to it. Again by foot to Barrett. So that was nice. Now, Paddy Nash wanted it. Barrett just slipped at a crucial stage. He comes right out trying to pick up Smart. Penny couldn't quite get there. Off goes Harrison Smart. Kick was smothered by Dennis. Here's Goody up against Norton. Ball knocked out. Federico, geez, been good. Top spinner going forward. Ball in close now. Many around it. Moore gets it off to O'Keefe. And he kicks a goal. Touched. Good call. Right on the line. And one behind.
Harry Weaven, I think that was on the line there, so beautiful work from him.
What about that kick in once again from Julian Hayes? And North Albury are away again through Foster Gardner on the far side. So 38 plays 26. Campbell's kick was smothered and he gets it back like a goalkeeper in a penalty shootout. Retreats it back here to Darcy Cullen in a little bit of trouble. And he kicks long to half forward, 1-on-1. Leighton Taylor did pretty well, brought the ball to ground. Campbell Goes and assists again. Leighton Taylor retreats with a 15-metre hand pass to Foster Gardner. Comes inboard. Finds Jackson Wiedemann. He shovels it back to the captain and George Goody, who kicks it out in front of Minogue. Run and jump. Good fist there from Boardington. Minogue follows up at ground level. Hand pass straight to Pat Naish. His hand pass was smothered by Archer Gardner. Federico is owning this ball game at the minute. Handball wasn't great. Gardner works hard at ground level. Falls the way of Penny. He hand passes to Reynolds. 2 kicks from home. Pops it over the top to Archer Gardner under immediate pressure from O'Keefe. On to Goody. They've worked into a good spot here. Murphy centres the ball looking for Broomhead. Not able to mark. Good work there from Tilly. And the Magpies threw smarter away in defence.
Yeah, they are. So they get out. Here's Barrett weaving through traffic. Back out to Whiteside Tour. He's been good in the last few moments. To Charlie Naish. From their true half-back flank, wide out the Maggies. Back into Smart. So they retain possession. Now Paddy Naish wants it out on the broadcast side. He is screaming for it. They're going to go to Grossman first.
Just
now
keep an eye on
Naish is manned up.
Boardington boys, just behind play. Just, yeah, really struggling to get up and moving again. So keep an eye on that one.
Clark, ordinarily over the top. King picks it up for the Hoppers and goes back to Penny. Gets him. Clark mans the mark. So 38 plays 26 here. We've got a 2-goal lead to the Maggies in the second term on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
McIntosh just fumbled it. Allowed Paddy Nation Boardington to swoop on him. And Harry Smart runs over the boundary line. Michael Boardington right in front of you, Monty, does not look good.
No, he did a massive effort to influence the kick from Josh Murphy on that last inside 50 where Leighton Taylor wasn't able to take the mark. So I wonder if it's just from that. But, yeah, he's really struggling to get back, and now Tilly's had to go to Minogue.
Tweedale winning all the ruck work. Down to Federico. Gardner put his head over the footy. Well done from Richards at ground level. And here come the Magpies through O'Keefe. Switches across half-back. Finds Waitai Tua, who's held his width pretty good at half-back. 38 plays 26. Magpies lead. Goes out wide. Good one-handed grab. An elite body and paint mark of the day from Xavier Laverty on the far side. He's going to swing around onto that raking left foot. Checks his kick beautifully to Jackson Clark. Not able to reach it at ground level. And the Hoppers through Cullen. Kick long down the wing.
Yeah, it's a long ball right out wide. Josh Minogue marks it just adjacent to the scoreboard here at WJ Finlay on the far side. Or Laverty put him under a lot of pressure. To Taylor, chips it over the top. Broomhead, well done by Cody Gardner, just coming in to take the ball for the Hoppers. Nearly 65 out. He pops it up. Couldn't quite get talent. The Maggies were awake to it. And Murphy gets it out to Josh Minogue. Right foot snap around his body.
Touched off the boot, boys.
Good call from Scott Montgomery downstairs for the Newmarket Hotel.
Just a quick one, boys. Yeah, they're just trying to re-strap the foot of Brad Melville. So they've done a lot of tests up through the Achilles and across the top of the foot. So, yeah, obviously going to have a crack at getting him back out there, but will be very, very limited, I think.
Which is not what you like to see. He was playing very, very good football, was Brad Melville. As Paddy Naish goes out really wide to a one-on-one between Clark and King. Ball hits the deck. A 2v2 out there. North Albury win it through King. Over the top to Campbell. He hand passes to Wiedemann. He's got a little bit of space, works to his left foot, checks the kick looking for Taylor. Good defensive work by the Magpies. Broomhead from 40, snapping to a vacant goal square. Tim Broomhead's got 2, and he goes and tells Mark Anderson all about it. And the Hoppers are back to within 5 points. 38 plays 33, still on scoreboard.
How much do you love that? You want your good players up around the footy, and Timmy Broomhead hasn't had a massive day. Mark Anderson's got the big job there, but was able to have his moment there and put that one through, which is a massive one for his team to get him right back in this game.
Yeah, I guess the tag is just forcing to be a permanent forward now. He's kicked 2, Tim Broomhead. So minimal disposals, maximum impact is going to be his main goal today, Timmy Broomhead. But a really good period here for North Albury. They've had 5 inside 50s this quarter already. Julian Hayes off the halfback one. We've seen how good his kicking is. He's up to 7 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet as well. And Josh Minogue starting to get involved in the one-on-ones as well.
5-point margin at WJ Finlay. The Maggies up over North Albury. What kind of footballer is Tim Broomhead? Here's Penny. And he thumps it forward again. Now here's Murphy in a one-on-one. What can he do? He held his ground well. Just sort of corralled. And then McIntosh, he goes for it. Well, gets around Porter. And now he might be gone. Just got his kick away. Going towards Talent. Here's Keith. Tried to centre it back. Scrubby old kick. Smart. Picks it up for the Maggies. Handballs to Porter. Now he might be gone. Try to take him on. And that's the correct decision.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to be a little bit smarter when you're in those positions. You don't want to be giving away a free kick and just get it on the boot, clear the contest, clear the danger. But yeah, a little bit slow there was Dane Porter and Keith Talent. He just keeps surprising us, doesn't he? He's gotten better and better every game he's played in Ovens and Murray, and I feel he could be someone that could jump to life in a finals game.
Here he goes, Keith Talent. Kept it low, out of bounds on the full. Not his best kick at all.
You build him up, Monty.
Oh, no, I did a Robbie right there. I didn't say he'd kick it at least.
So out of bounds on the full from Keefe. And the Magpies just going to play a little bit of possession footy here. 38 plays 33. They still lead by 5 points, the black and white. Of course, the Rovers all packed here on the balcony. Await their next opponent. Be a dangerous kick across goals. Has been marked by Tilly. Archie Gardner tried to intercept that one. Here's Jackson Clark, who looks really good. He's already got a couple of goals, and that kick is a beauty to Xavier Laverty. Now, he can have a flying shot here. Checks his kick, and it was really poor towards Cal Moore. Made his hammy work. Big Cal had to bend down low, and a poor kick results in a North Albury rebound 50. Lukey Francis for McRae Motors.
Hayes gets it out wide to Ramage, fumbles, just had enough time. Now he's indecisive here, gets it to Winter. They push it out wide. Nice running from Hayes. This man is so reliable. Goes back to Ramage. That was an interesting kick, so he obviously didn't have much up the line. He didn't want to dump it. Ramage, Nathan Dennis, the kick wasn't great to him. And the umpire, this will be, I thought so too, Scotty. He's let him off the hook there. Dennis, Federico.
Poor kick.
As he was falling back. So here's Alex, left of a centre. And he puts a high one up and says, come and get it, Cow, where are you? Ball comes to the front. Players there, ball's going to be wrapped up. And we're going to have a stoppage. About 35 out from goal, netball court end.
Alex Federico, he's dominating on the 40-wing stat sheet, guys. He's up to 14 disposals in halfway through the second quarter.
Just going to say, the change of direction's a real issue out there at the moment.
Charlie Nash brought down in a strong Julian Hayes tackle. Just an update, Monty, on Brad Melville, please.
Yeah, he's got the boot back on. He's just going for a trot now up the boundary line. So I think he's going to try it out, see how he goes. But I think he'll be in a bit of pain out there, boys.
Cal Moore, so dangerous in these ruck instances. Julian Hayes just clears it as long as he can. But the Magpies have a wall set up across attacking 50. And Harry Smart, who has improved so much in 2024 marks. And he's going to send the Maggies in once again. Where's Cal? Can he climb the mountain? Flynn Gardner stayed down and almost grabbed the mark. There's 20 blokes around this pill. It spills out here to Porter, who can set sail from 40. It's a wobbly old one. It's marked by Clark in the line. And Jackson Clark will go back and kick a certain goal in the goal square. He's already got one goal, and this will be his second. Pops it through as easy as you like. Jackson Clark, a Sunjan goal that A contender, and the Magpies extend the lead back to 11 points. Scotty Montgomery for the Newie.
Yeah, spoke about it earlier. I just don't like that matchup that North Albury have got there at the moment with Flynn Gardner down there, just giving up way too much size, and that was just too easy on the goal line for Jackson Clark to take that mark and then just pop another one through. So, yeah, very, very dangerous signs.
Yeah, he's most influential player on the ground at the moment. Jackson Clark, 11 disposals for him and 2 goals. He's really flying the flag for Wangaratta at the moment, and that's why they're on top on the 40-wing stat sheet. 7 inside 50s this quarter to North Albury 6, so it has been a tight arm wrestle, but Wangaratta just a little bit more class at the moment.
Gone 12 and a half on the NZ Albury time clock. Second term at WJ Finlay. 44 plays 33. The Wang Magpies with the lead, and again we're going to have another stoppage. Some breaks through again, handy crowd in. Let's have a look. Who can win the pill here? And Minogue over the top. Winter couldn't get his boot to it. Goody. Here's Reynolds, left foot, and sends it down towards the arc of the 50. Penny at the back. Bordignon comes over the top. Here's Keith Talent. Now can he find a target inside 50? Lowers the eyes and gets Dennis.
Great forward craft there from Nathan Dennis. He was pushing back towards the goal square like he was going to get front and centre, and then just doubled back on the lead, and Tyler Norton just got lost in transition, and it was a really good hit up. Now he just needs to go back and make sure he finishes this and get the momentum going back North Albury's way.
Yeah, it would bring them back within 5 points. North Albury, Nathan Dennis, he's been a prolific goal kicker for North Albury this season. He's had a great year. Here he comes, Nathan, 45 out, Evans Street end, holds up in the breeze left. And it's gone through for a minor score. So 44 plays 34 now on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock. Has gone close to 14 second term.
Brad Melville's back out there, boys. So he's actually rolled forward. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up.
Dan Vaccaro, 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, well, the inside 50 count at the moment is super even this quarter. 7 inside 50s apiece, and Alex Federico up to the 14 disposals on the 40 wing stat sheet.
Josh Minogue spending a little bit of time in the ruck, taking an intercept mark, firing a bullet into the pocket, looking for Wiedemann, who's pushed forward and has taken an elite body and paint mark of the day, tied up against the boundary, pulls his kick looking for Gardner, had too much on it, and the Magpies rush in with numbers, and there's a free kick for a throw. It's a throw against Paddy Nation, I think, Monty. It's going to be a free here to North.
Yeah, it is, absolutely, just for that. And you can see Paddy Nation not too happy explaining what he thinks about it to the umpire, but it was probably there, to be honest.
So Cody Gardner, who's already got one, will line up here. Same angle as Nathan Dennis a few moments ago, 45-degree angle, but probably about 10 metres closer. So he'll kick from every bit of 40 metres. Throws the grass up in the air. So Paddy Nash arguing with umpire Ash Broughton. Not happy with that decision.
And they're going to get a 50 here, boys. Yeah, against Chris Knowles.
So
just dumped Tim Broomhead.
So it becomes a certain goal, Monty. That's a coach killer for Ben Reid.
It is, absolutely. There was a bit going on, obviously. As we know, Broomhead and Mark Anderson have been into it all day. So Knowles might have been sticking up for little Marky, I think. So
Cody Gardner comes in and kicks his second. And the Hoppers got their 6. What a game we have here in the first semi-final. 6-4-40 the Hoppers. The Magpies 7-2-44. NZ time clock has gone 16 minutes, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, vast contrast to yesterday's game, Panda. This has been super exciting. It's really an arm wrestle sort of contest. I feel like Wangaratta have probably had the most ascendancy in this half, but North Albury keep biting back in an undisciplined roll there, and North Albury get one on the board, but some really good players. Julian Hayes has had a much better quarter, 5 disposals, but looks a lot more dangerous going forward as well, and it's been a super contest. 8 inside 50s for North Albury and 7 for the quarter for Wangaratta.
Yeah, North Albury have kicked 3 of the 4 goals in this second term so far. There's Knowles in the middle. Richards got his hands on it. Arch Gardner came tearing through. That's how you win the pill. Nice work. Gets it off to Winter. Quickly on the boot to the arc. Murphy. Nice. So Tilly just slipped over and it allowed Murphy to get out, Scotty.
Yeah, absolutely. It did. And as I said earlier, the change of direction players are having with the slightly longer grass out here today is why they're slipping over so much. But yeah, Josh Murphy really needs to stand up here. Hasn't really had a day at all today. So needs to make sure when he gets his opportunities, he puts them through.
Yeah, here he goes. The North Albury whiz kid. What can he do? He's a real talent, this guy. He's going to have to strike it from 55. We know he can latch onto them. Josh Murphy. Wouldn't they be up and about if he got this? Oh, he's thumped it, but it's right. And that one's gone out on the full.
Got the distance all right, Monty, just not the accuracy.
Yeah, I just feel he leans back a little bit too much with his kicking, and that's why he sprays so many, in my opinion.
So Grossman kicks it into the pocket, finds Tilly, who looks like he's playing a little bit more lockdown now, Monty.
Yeah, he's had to just roll across. Obviously, Michael Boardington feeling a little bit sore out there, so he's just trying to cover that roll, I feel.
So he hand passes it over the top to Paddy Nash, who clears it as long as he can down the far wing. Hayes came in to try and intercept. Winter under immediate Knowles pressure and a ball up right in front of the scoreboard. 4-point the lead to the Wangaratta Magpies in the first semi-final.
Been a lot more potent going forward. North Albury 4 marks inside 50 for their 9 entries this quarter.
Gardner getting busy. Not sure he got a hand pass to that. Winter at ground level to McIntosh. He swoops it back to Hayes. He's going to try and open up the middle of the ground. In fact, he just goes long and far. Tilly, really nice intercept mark. He does that part of the game well. And he can reset here for the Magpies defence. Might go around the grounds and find out what's happening in some other games. Of course, there is a Hume League game happening today, and Gindra leads CDHBU in the elimination semi-final, Lukey, for Mrs. Doe's Pool World.
Good work, Panda. His white tie tour. Richards. Campbell's got him. Listen to the green and gold on the hill here. Here he goes, Isaac Campbell. True centre wing. Now, he's going to come very wide. Oh, Clark's awake to it. So he won't be happy with that, Isaac. Jackson Clark, he's playing a game, this man.
Just see the corky on the inside of his thigh, boys. Wow.
Look at that bruise.
4-point lead of the Maggies. Big contest down on the broadcast side here. Ball out of bounds. Dan, what do you got for us, mate, on that 40-wing stat sheet?
Yeah, well, we just saw that man there, Jackson Clark, with a big corky. He has been unbelievable today. 12 disposals for him in this half and 2 goals.
18 minutes gone for NZ. Second term for Jaco Aubrey-Wodonga. It's the Magpies by 4 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Minogue doing the ruck work. Winter brought down and a big Chris Knowles tackle. Minogue likewise on Richard. Spills here to Campbell. This guy can run and gun. He's got speed. Archer Gardner checks his kick. Wasn't great. Allows Michael Boardington to jump on this football. Hand pass it back to Mark Anderson. Got that job on Tim Broomhead. He goes out wide to Pat Naish in between wing and half back.
I reckon North Albury's midfield's come to life since Josh Minogue's gone in the ruck, boys. I like that move, and might be something they look at keeping there for a bit longer.
Especially if you got Murphy, Dennis, and also Talent down there, Monty.
And Wiedemann.
So Anderson fires it out wide. Ramage playing a good game. He takes the mark in front of his Magpies opponent and resets for the Hoppers. Look the switch here to Julian Hayes.
Yeah, he does. Here's Julian. Oh, that kick. Now, Whiteside to it. He can burst onto it. He got an arm to it. Here's Cal Moore. Down to these haunches. Whiteside to it goes again. To Federico. Can he pick up a target? Melville came out. Oh, well done going back, but the flight was weaving. Campbell takes it. Be a little bit nervy, I reckon, after his last kick. Now he's going to switch it to Hayes. That's all right. That's good. So a 4-point lead here to the Wang Magpies over North Albury. And we've gone 20 in the second term, thanks to NZ. Out to King. O&M Live, 14.94 2AY, 15.66 3&E. Blake Escott and Luke Francis calling for McRae Motors. Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks and Scott Montgomery. Boundary side for the Newmarket. Here's Leighton Taylor coming through the middle. Now Minogue's out the back here, gets to the front and wins it. Gee, he reads the flight of the ball well, Scotty.
Yeah, it helped when he had Chris Knowles, the ruckman, on him too. He just lost him in transition. I think he was rolling forward with a changeover of Wiedemann, I feel, and yeah, just got Knowles in a bit of a mismatch and got to the footy first as Knowles was trying to find the body.
Kicked half a dozen last week in the elimination final versus the Wodonga Bulldogs. And Josh Minogue, such a talented player. Here he comes. Evans Street end, 35 out, directly in front. This to put the Hoppers up by 2 points. And he strikes it. Oh, gee, it's right. He's missed it. So it's one behind. Back to 3 points, 44 plays, 41, Dan.
Yeah, it really hurts. North Albury having a really good quarter, 11 inside 50s to 8 at the moment. So they are winning the territory battle, just didn't capitalise there through Josh Minogue.
1 goal, 3 for Josh. Would like that set shot back again, I reckon. Great game of footy. Fast flowing. High scoring at the 21-minute mark for NZ in this second term for Jayco Albury Wodonga. Cam Barrett streams out of defence, kicks long down the line. Wiedemann starting to get on top a little bit here. Opens up the corridor, beautiful kick, finds Archer Gardner right on the paint of 50. Congested forward line here. He's got one of his brothers in front of him, sits it up to the top of the goal square. Not a great kick. It gets out the back and it's allowed to roll through for a minor score. I think there was a touch there and the Hoppers moved to 6-6.
He's the one player that's really injected himself into the game, Archie Gardner, this quarter. He's up to 6 disposals this half, 12 for the game, but his run and gun has been fantastic on the 40-wing stat sheet in this second term.
6-6-42 to 7-2-44. Magpies lead on the C&V truck and bus, Luke Francis.
Barrett driving kick out. Clark to Porter, who got one hand to it. Archie Gardner comes through. Free kick. Richards got it. Then on to Porter. Melville met by Campbell in the middle. Picked him up. And the umpire will take it down inside 50s thanks to 40 weeks.
Yeah, so 8 inside 50s for Wangaratta this quarter, and North Albury are up to 11. 22 for the game.
And Mark's inside 50.
Mark's inside 50, 6 for the game, Wangaratta Magpies, and 5 from North Albury.
Arch Gardner. Now another whistle.
Nah, I think he's just pushing him around, yeah.
Okay, what are you seeing in this second term, Scotty?
Just North Albury's midfield's really got
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The rumours are true. We're heading to the Riverina. That's right, fifth quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October. We'll then be in Wagga Wagga on the 10th. Isaac and I will be bringing plenty of our teammates along for the journey. We can't wait to see you all there. Head to Fifth Quarter Camp's website for more details. See you soon.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
put your hat on, what does Tim Broomhead need to do? I think he needs to inject himself somewhere in the game. Does he go to half back? I think that would be what I'd do, because I don't think Mark Anderson's going to be a massive threat as a half forward.
Yep.
Does he need to throw some changes around? Or we spoke about it off air. Flynn Gardner on Jackson Clark probably isn't the right matchup when Clark goes forward. He's got him a couple of times in the air, just a little bit too big. So they need to make some changes. What would you be doing?
Look, the biggest thing is Tim Broomhead, honestly. Like, we've heard Tim Broomhead speak, and he's so humble about, look, as long as the other guys are doing their job throughout the year, but not now. You're playing a final against Wangaratta, and they're on top. So Tim Broomhead 100% needs to find a way into this game. Mark Anderson's a good player. He's tough. He's not going to give you an inch. I think going to half-back's good, because then that helps out Julian Hayes a little bit more, and then they go, oh, hold on. We've got to look after him and him off the same positions going through that midfield. And we know when North Albury play their best is when they go through the midfield and they attack off that half-back line. That's when they're there. You've got two of the elite kickers in the league to get you back running. So I think a big focus is just using your weapons, using your run. Archie Gardner holds the key as well. He's such a good runner as well. So using your weapons, not trying to negate Wang as much, just trying to break even in the midfield and rebound like nothing else after the half-back line.
Yeah, I've said this a few times this year. I just don't feel if Tim works hard enough when he's getting tagged, he's happy to just roll through the motions, happy to get the tag, then he'll roll forward. And we saw it on Anzac Day, he went to half-back, but he had a guy that can play forward in Jake Page on him that day who started to hurt him as a half-forward. So I feel, Mark Anderson's short of a gallop. We can see it. He doesn't look as fit as what he normally does. He's normally that really rock-hard body who can get around and do whatever he wants. But at the moment, he just looks a little bit like he's missed a lot of footy, which he has this year through some different injuries. So go through the midfield and just blow him up. If you're good enough, Tim, blow him up and just run away from him. Do the unselfish running. Just keep running away from stoppage. Bring blokes with you, which is going to create holes for your other teammates. So that's what I'd like to see. On the other hand, we go into Ben Reid's brain and we try and think, what can we do to make sure we maintain this lead or maybe be able to kick away? I feel their forward line needs to just operate a little bit better. A couple of times they've kicked it on top of Kel's head when he can't move, he can't stop and prop. He can't with that hamstring. Obviously, he's a bit limited. They need to just be a bit smarter and maybe use some other options instead of Kel getting used every single time. Use something else.
That's exactly right, and it looked really good in the first quarter. It worked just because a couple of kicks were elite to Cal Moore's advantage, but then obviously they went away from that in the second quarter. I think the biggest thing, it's pretty simple for Wangaratta. If they clear out that 50 and get that function a little bit better, and then we get back to what we pride ourselves on, and that's our midfield contest that was there in the first quarter. Get Federico, foot to the throat sort of stuff in the midfield. They've got the ruck advantage. Let's start winning it out of the middle. Don't let them rebound off their half-back line. Block that centre. Just play a little bit basic, smart football. Be predictable to each other. But getting on top in the midfield and creating some space in the forward lines are two big keys for Wang, I feel.
Yeah, well, absolutely. It was a 3-goal-to-1 quarter in that second quarter to North Albury. So it was an absolutely massive quarter for them. They need to keep it rolling. If you have just joined us, this is the Elders Rural Halftime Show. We're at the WJ Finlay Oval for the first semi-final in SS&A Ovens and Murray football. The scoreboard reads Wangaratta Magpies 7-3-45, North Albury 6-6-42. It's not just football here today, it's netball as well, and we're going to go now to a Ray White Rural netball update.
This is the netball wrap, thanks to Ray White Rural servicing Albury and Holbrook. In today's second semi-final, the Corowa Glenroos took on the Wangaratta Magpies to secure the final spot in next weekend's preliminary final, and it was the Corowa Glenroos coming up trumps a 12-goal win, 45-33, and a never say die attitude from the Magpies. But the Roos, a 3-goal advantage going into half-time. They extended it to 7 at three-quarter time, and the Magpies got a couple of quick goals back, and it looked like we had a game on our hands, but the Roos managed to push it out. Best players on court for the Roos today, Indiana Frauenfelder in goal attack was superb. She kept attacking the ball, supported beautifully behind her was goal shooter in Lou Madden. Only a couple of misses from Lou for the whole game, and Ella Kingston in wing attack as well. Very critical, as were the defenders in Sally Hunter, Zoe Prentice, and as always, Sophie Hanrahan coming through with some beautiful intercepts. For the Wangaratta Magpies, Hannah Grady was fantastic, as was Shay Crimmins. So we see a great preliminary final set up for next week. The Wodonga Raiders will be playing at home against the Corowa Glenroos. This has been the Ovens and Murray Netball Wrap, thanks to Ray White Rural.
Cavalier Homes. Every day lives here. Looking for your dream home? Cavalier Homes.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, Learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. Zero 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
I just sent you the netball.
What's about that call?
Photo?
Holding the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Shocking.
Yeah, that was awful.
Oh,
Rumours
my
are true.
God.
We're heading to the Riverina. That's right.
Panda, I've got to
Fifth quarter
apologise for
camps
that
heading to
early.
Albury
What
and
I said
Wagga
was,
Wagga this October.
on the
We'll be
spur
in
of the
Albury
moment,
on
what I said
Tuesday
was
the 8th
quickest
and
call in the
Wednesday
history
the
of the
9th
game.
of October.
So someone might
We'll
say
then be
something
in
about
Wagga
that.
Wagga
I
on the
don't think
10th.
no way.
Isaac and I will be bringing plenty
Trust
of
me.
our
It just
teammates
came out. It
along.
just
They have
came
been,
out.
they have been
Can't wait to
reasonably
see you all
consistent
there.
though.
If you,
I
The fifth quarter camps
Because they did call one.
It just
that
came.
was
It just
like-
came out.
If
Yeah.
you,
That's not
if,
bad.
you, if you
At
belittle them and
2AY,
stuff
we're
like
your
that
home
email,
of
like I
live
said,
sport.
that's when
Every
there'll
weekend,
be.
You can say it's a
we bring you
wrong
the
decision
best
or
Yeah.
something.
live broadcasts
Yeah,
of
I
the
just said
Ovens and
quickest
Murray
call in the history of
football
the game.
and netball.
Think of it as a
Listen this
player.
weekend
Like
on
we
your
always say,
radio
like if a
or the
player makes a
2AY
mistake or
app.
it's a yeah.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen
30.
and get half price
We
selected beers
looked after
until
ourselves.
half-time. On now
I've
in the
discovered
locker room
Pet
at
Stop.
the SS&A.
All the big brands at low, low
Ovens and
prices.
Murray Football
So there's
League
even
is
more money
proudly
left to
sponsored
spend on
by
us,
Opal.
the humans.
Thinking packaging?
Be as
Discover
smart as your
Opal.
pet. Shop smart and save at Pet Stop. Third quarter.
Indigo Power, the energy company that's powered by locals for locals.
O&M Live.
Halftime show for Elders Rural, and it's the Wangaratta Magpies by 3 points over the North Albury Hoppers, 7-3-45 to North Albury, 6-6-42, and a really entertaining opening half of footy, and we hope that the second half will be exact replica of what we saw in the first two quarters. Blake Penderecka with you, Lukey Francis, we got Dan Vaccaro and also Scotty Montgomery boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Looks like Michael Bordignon's gone back onto Josh Minogue. Monty for the Newie.
Yeah, it's a good sign, isn't it? That just means he should be all right to get through this game. Might have been just a bit sore, might have just needed that halftime break to regather himself. But yeah, hopefully we'll keep an eye on him, but hopefully he gets through it.
So the umpire's just waiting for the players to get into positions, and we're going to restart here in the second half. Bit of me time here for Jace Rain and the crew. That's what we like to see. And we're underway here in the third quarter for the locker room at the SS&A. Knowles with a tap down to Anderson. Goody dives over the footy and Federico jumps on him. We have another ball up. Right in the middle of a sun-bathed WJ Finlay Oval. Good crowd here on a Sunday afternoon. Wiedemann goes forward for North Albury, but Norton takes a nice defensive mark. Comes out wide. Good spread here from Naish. He marks as Foster Gardner mans the mark. Pops it over the top to Knowles, who finds a little pocket of space on centre wing for the Pies.
Yeah, here he is, the big man, Chris Knowles, off to Alex Federico, who is very good in the opening half. Over the top of King, and ball goes out of bounds in front of Fraser Hollandine.
Yeah, you mentioned Alex Federico. He was fantastic that half. He's up to 17 disposals for the game on the 40-wing stat sheet, being probably the Rolls-Royce of the midfield battle at the moment.
And it's been pretty big when he's had George Goody right with him the whole way, so he's having to deal with that negating role against him.
Moore tried to win the ball in the ruck. Winter down at ground level. Here's Reynolds coming through. Norton trying to break his way through the stoppage. Federico over the top. Moore taps it on. That was clever. To Clark. And then pulls it too far. That one going out of bounds in the pocket at the Evans Street ends.
Yeah, Jackson Clark, the other player who was fantastic that quarter. 15 disposals and 2 goals for him on the 40-wing stat sheet. Looking probably one of the most dangerous players on the field at the moment.
So the score 7-3-45 to North Albury, 6-6-42. It's a 3-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies. Still no goal in this third quarter. We've gone a minute and a half. Boundary throw in. Magpies kicking again to the Evans Street end. Moore doing the ruck work, then kicking it out of a congested area to the top of the goal square. Grossman's gone forward. Quick hand pass to Hayes, and the North Albury defence are away through Archer Gardner. Kicks it right into the middle of the ground. Norton's got the best posse, not able to mark. Wiedemann came in late. Norton does well at ground level. Inside out, Banana. Inside attacking 50, and North Albury have the numbers through Winter and through George Goody.
They do, and they go to the outer side. Maggie's up by 3 here at the start of the third term. Here's Talent up on centre wing. Foster Gardner punched it on. He goes again, gets it out the back. This time Ramage shoots it to Hayes. So they've lost a bit of ground here, the Hoppers. They retreated. Now to Wiedemann. So they're back in the corridor to Reynolds. So they're happy to play the short game. Another short one to Arch Gardner. Now here they go. Oh, Keith came in on Arch Gardner, got his kick away though. 20 out from goal, netball caught in, and Minogue over the top. He is a classy player and takes an elite body and paint mark of the day.
One thing Josh Minogue does, he takes it at the highest point. He gets a nice, good leap at it. Times his jump so well and just was able to get over the top there because he timed it perfectly, and should go back and put this one through.
Josh Minogue, he'll strike the footy from 25 out directly in front. Here he comes. He's got one at the moment. This to a double. And for the Hoppers to regain the lead here. Early in the third term at WJ Finlay in the first semi. And he puts it home. He puts it home in the green and gold. Get up and about on the hill, Dan.
Yeah, that's his second, Josh Minogue. So he's playing a really good game. He obviously hasn't had any kicking boots on today, but a fantastic finish there and a good start by North Albury. First inside 50 for the quarter. Julian Hayes, Archie Gardner and Caden Winter all getting involved early on the 40-wing stat sheet. So positive start for the Hoppers.
So 45 plays 48 here. Hoppers regaining the lead since first time since the 19th minute mark of the opening term. And Josh Minogue has goal number 69 for season 2024. Putting together a very good year is Big Joshy. Knowles with a beautiful tap down to Federico. Runs onto this footy with another clearance. Kick though, only as far as Julian Hayes, who's growing more and more in this ball game. He's got the ball at half back. Looks further afield, gets called to play on. Another short kick. The short kicking game from North Albury, Monty, is a real feature of their game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. As soon as they get open, they want to get moving as quick as they can. That's how they open up spaces, with that short kicking and open up holes.
So Penny goes really long. Minogue in a 1v2 against Bordignon and Tilly. First one there at half back for the Pies is Bordignon, who streams away out of defence and kicks to the wing.
Fraser Hollandine had front spot. Ball came out. Clark goes through. Here's Arch Gardner playing a nice game for the Hoppers to Wiedemann. Just ducks back out of trouble to King. And then another short one to Hayes. True back flank. Evans Street end. On the far side of the ground here, Penny. Another short kick to Nathan Dennis. North Albury lead here, 48-45 in the first semi-final at WJ Finlay. We're going 5 minutes thanks to NZ in the third term as they go to half forward. Ball comes down. Foster Gardner squeeze one out. Play still goes on. Here's Murphy. Now thumps it in for one-on-one. Josh Minogue. Tilly. Was that a push?
Yes.
Well, the umpire was happy to pay the mark, and they come outside 50.
Not a great kick out of defence from the Pies, though. It's in the hands of Clark, onto Federico, under pressure, and they turned it over. Penny fires it onto Dennis. Had to get it away pretty quick. Kicks it back towards Minogue. Broomhead down there. Had to fly one-handed. Spills the way to Talent. And then Tilly kicks it straight to the boundary, and that'll be thrown back in on the far side here. 50 around from North Albury goal. They've started this third term for the locker room at the SS&A. Pretty good, Monty, for the Newie.
They have. Just the way they've been able to move the ball from half back to half forwards looks so good, and that's what you like from North Albury. When they can get a bit of a roll on, they hold on to it for long periods of time. So they just need to make sure they capitalise while they got this momentum.
So we've played 6 minutes for NZ, third term. For Inspirations Paint, Fraser Hollandine getting a push in the back against Fletcher Ramage, who's done a pretty good job on Fraser. And he has a free kick on the far wing. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, well, mentioned Alex Federico earlier. He's up to 20 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. And Pat Nash, who's just getting the footy now, he has had the 13.
O&M Live, 1494 2AY, 1566 3E. We're broadcasting from the balcony today at WJ Finlay, just in front of the bar here. Melville got up. Ball came to ground. Up by Seb play on. Comes out. And players go in. Winter again. O'Keefe right on his tail. Charlie Nash overran it. Knowles tried to break his way through. O'Keefe out the side to Charlie Nash. Cullen's got him. Tries to bring him down. And the umpire said, you're gone. So well done. Just not giving up on the chase, Scotty.
Yeah, absolutely. Just held at it and held at it. And as soon as he's got a fingertip on that jumper, he wasn't letting him go, was he, young Darcy? And he just plays his role so well, I feel. He's not a guy that's going to get 35 touches, but he'll play his role and get his 10 to 15.
3-point lead to North Albury on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We're in the third term. And this ball rolling and rolling. Finds a chalk, right of wing, right of centre wing on the far side, Dan.
Yeah, it's a really good contest at the moment. Both teams have gone inside forward 53 times this quarter as well. And Cater Winter's starting to get really busy for North Albury. He's up to 18 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
And that breeze has really picked up, boys, going down to the bar end. So North Albury have it this quarter, and I reckon it's probably a 2 or 3 goal breeze.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World saw the Rovers and the Pigeons lock horns yesterday, and the Pigeons moved through to the SS&A Ovens and Murray Grand Final. And Cora Rutherglen for Ray White Rural have knocked off the Wang Magpies in the A-grade netball.
Sophie.
And the Cora Rutherglen train rolls on. They've come from the elimination final. What a story it's been. Their resurrection in 2024. Reynolds intercepts the ball across half-back. That was a throw. Barrett intercepts for the Pies. Sends it long into attack. Calmore and Weaven. Weaven went to ground. Cullen gets across and lends a hand. His hand pass, though, miss Ramage and puts him under the pump. Good tackle from Melville, holding the ball. Free kick to the Magpies. Moore plays on with an advantage and kicks a goal. Good pressure inside attack for the Maggies. And Cal Moore's got 4. And they regain the lead by 3 points. Scotty Montgomery for the Newie.
Yeah, Squid Melville right there. How good was that? Just did not give up on it and knew that they were just going to try and hold on the footy for a little bit longer than they needed to and just applied a tackle. And Cal Moore, he's got nothing wrong with that hammy. The way he took off then, once the ball spilt free, he knew he had an open goal square and took off 100 miles an hour. So good work from him.
I was going to say, he's definitely recovered. I think he's getting a lot more confidence back into his running patterns, Callum Moore, but he's been fantastic today. Maximum impact from him, 4 goals, and Squib Melville, wow, how good was that? It just an unbelievable chase down to much-needed goal for Wangaratta.
Scotty, it's a rare few that can come back like Cal Moore and play so well at this level after a long break.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just a machine, isn't he? But when you're that size, Lukey, you don't need that much footy in you.
That's it. Here he goes, Melville, left foot. So on the arc of the 50, Evans Street end, Fraser Hollandine, try to take them on. Comes out, Whiteside Chua got a boot to it. Bouncing ball, here comes Cal Moore. Look at him, the Wang Magpies, Learjet. Onto Fraser Hollandine, in close, Weaven. Gets a boot away, a clearing kick for North Albury. Clark going back with the flight. So they have another chance here to go back in. The Maggies a scoring opportunity. Melville through his hands and Ramage clears it out.
Yeah, Penny's in a foot race up against Charlie Nash. Penny's going to get there first. Ball sits for him on the far wing in front of the scoreboard. Nash applies a good chase, kicks to half forward, boarding on with a big fist over Minogue. Ball spills to ground level. Federico has been so clean all day. Over to Nash, who takes on another tackler, and Penny brings him down holding the ball. That's a couple of times Charlie's tried to fend off now, Monty, for the Newie.
Yeah, absolutely. Just got to be a bit better than that, Charlie. It's a bit quicker footy out here in finals time.
Julian Hayes on the wing, loads up again for North Albury. Leighton Taylor got high. wasn't able to bring it down. Barrett hand passes to the boundary, and we are going to have a throw in. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks, little smirk there.
I feel like something's got to give there. That is the most deliberate thing you ever see.
Yeah, we're not playing AFL.
Oh, no.
We saw one paid elimination final
Oh,
last
no.
week.
Yeah, was that
Dan?
Mason?
Yeah.
No, it was Jack King just literally handballed the ball across the line.
I reckon when it's that blatant, Pandy, you got to call it for one.
Throw in, 40 around from goal, netball court, and Tweedale just went off the boot. Is Campbell. And it goes out of bounds. So Blake Escott and Luke Francis calling for McRae Motors from the balcony this afternoon. Dan Vaccaro's with us for 40 winks. And we've got Scott Montgomery, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. So good afternoon to you, wherever you may be. Tuned into O&M Live this afternoon. This is the first semi between the North Albury Hoppers and the Wang Maggies. And at the moment, we've got a 3-point lead to the Black and White Army. Left of centre wing on the far side. Porter trying to fight away, and he's gone.
Not much prior there.
Yeah. So the Hoppers to win possession through Caden Winter.
Been good today. Caden Winter's number, Dan.
20 disposals coming up now.
In towards Dennis. Just got a little bit of separation from his opponent, and Nathan Dennis will line up from, he'll kick this every bit of 50 metres directly in front.
Yeah, Keith Talent there did a great job. He was trailing in behind. Nathan was able to get his body in between two opponents to make sure they couldn't affect the kick, the mark, I mean. So really good job there from Keith Talent. Something that won't get recognised until they watch the tape back, but really good job from him.
So Nathan Dennis yet to kick a major today. We'll have to give this a big roost. And it's way off the side of the boot. That is a shank from Nathan Dennis. Lucky not to go out of bounds on the full.
That's the worst kicker season 2024.
I reckon he was aiming for goals over at the Norm Inns.
Yeah. Kicking to Gambo on the Oak FM 10.
Nathan, you won't want that one again.
Boundary throw in, deep in the pocket for North Albury. They trail 51-48 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Well, there's one positive to that. You'd hope he's got it out of his system now. Here he goes again, Nathan.
That's worse.
That one's... Is that one any better? Oh, a bit better. It's a bit closer.
Couldn't get
a
any
bit
worse.
closer to goal.
Couldn't get any worse.
So that one out of bounds on the full as well. So now are they out of the system? His system. That's the question. Here's Tilly. Direct to Norton. Now Clark wants it. Now is he on? Can Archgardner make a contest of it? Great work going back with the fist. Jackson goes again. Look at Archgardner coming at him, and the Hoppers will get to him. Right in front of the green and gold on the hill. Didn't they love it,
He's paid a free kick here, so Archie, for a bit too high, reckons he raised an arm when he tried to fend off.
Not sure about that free kick. It was a great effort. Maybe he was talked into that by the North Albury faithful as Winter loads up and sends the green and gold back into attack. Good mark. Tilly's playing a good game on Leighton Taylor.
He's been really good today, Aiden Tilly, just following on from last week, just intercept marking whatever he wants, and they're just giving him a lot of room to get in the space.
Now they have the corridor. It's in the hands of Nick Richards, who takes a bounce, kicks beautifully to Chris Knowles. Oh, another great fist there from Minogue.
Oh, he touched it, bud. He touched it.
So Will O'Keefe tries to run away here with an advantage. The free kick against Minogue for a high, but I reckon he punched the footy, Monty.
Yeah, he did. I don't mind it being paid high, but originally paid front on contact with his signal, so he's changed his mind as he's got there and gone, oh, maybe I made a mistake here, I reckon, Jason Rain. But anyway, if it's too high, that's there, but yeah.
So Knowlesy is 55 out here, 45-degree angle. Don't reckon Chris has the distance. He's going to kick this in the pocket. And that's as bad a kick as Nathan Dennis's. Out of bounds on the full. Crowd tells the story. They're loving it down on ground level. Scotty Montgomery for the Newey.
They are plenty of boys coming from that green and gold army there on the hill. They're loving it at the moment. And why not when your team's been out of the finals for this long and you're right in a first semi-final. That's what you want. You want nice, loud crowd members.
Yeah, volume's high at WJ Finlay. Here's Reynolds coming off half back. Good Shepherd provided. He gets a handball over the top to Foster Gardner. You know, he likes to take off. He gets this one on the boot. There's another one going wide.
Downfield.
These kicks off the side of the boot are becoming contagious. Okay.
It's a free kick down the field, Lukey.
Yeah, Wiedemann will take it. So 51 plays 48 here. The Maggie's up into Hayes. Here's Julian. Now, can he find someone inside 50? Ball goes in. Or Tilly came over the top. Ground level, fighting away for it. Gee, there's some numbers around the pill here. Inside 50, netball court end. Nope. And the umpire will take it. Winter at the bottom.
The work rate from Josh Minogue there. He's playing in the ruck at the moment, so he knew he had the mismatch on Knowles and he took off, and that was who that kick was meant for inside 50. He just wasn't able to take the mark.
15 minutes played for NZ in this third term for the locker room at the SS&A. Gardner wants a free kick for a high. Broomhead picks it up out of the congestion, rolls it towards the goal square, and playing the goalkeeper role is Tilly, who streams out of defence, takes a casual bounce, has two options on the point of the square. One of them is Norton, he marks, kicks towards Melville, and they got the overlap here because Dane Porter has the ball now at half forward. He's got Calmore inside forward 50, goes to him, he's got two to beat Cal. Minogue's down there, gets in the hole, and Weaven does well. On to Hayes, sweeps it back to Ramage, who's under pressure, has to go down the middle to half back. Good work by Federico. Goody wraps up a tackle. Jackson Clark's going to kick three. Jackson Clark picks it up, fires towards goal, and puts the Magpies 9 points in front. A Sunjan goal that contender. Something from nothing. Good overlap play for the Magpies.
Yeah, how good was that? They just moved it end to end with short kicking, but just continually kept the ball in motion. Dane Porter's pick up there was big too. Got the arms free when he got tackled and was able to get a handball out. And Jackson Clark, classy finish. Just had to toe poke it through and it went through for his third.
Yeah, the two best players on the ground had a hand in that play. Federico with that punch just to advantage. He's up to 23 disposals for the game. And Jackson Clark, 20 and 3 goals, Lukey. He's dominating this contest.
Yeah, Dan, he's just got a knack of turning up at the right time, hasn't he? Jackson Clark. A goal to the Evans Street end. So it's out to 9 now. 9 points for the Wang Maggies. Rimmer third term. They've gone 16.5 for NZ. Archie Gardner left of a centre to McIntosh on the boot. Here they go, going for the green and gold. Minogue down low. Couldn't reel it in. Cody Gardner. And gives it to Arch. Arch can line up here. Can he put it through? He's kicked it right. It's out of bounds on the full. So there must be something going on in that pocket, Scotty.
Yeah, that breeze is definitely heading that way. So I don't know if it's got to do with that, but yeah, I just feel that Archie Gardner just needs to slow down his last two steps. I reckon every time he kicks it, he just sort of rushes his kicks a little bit and misses a few too many.
57 to 48, Magpies lead for Inspirations Paint. We've played 17 minutes in this third term for NZ. They've kicked 2 goals to 1 in this third quarter. All thanks to the locker room of the SS&A. What do you got for us, Dan, for 40 winks?
Yeah, well, the inside 50 counts really even. This quarter, 8 apiece. So still that very much that arm wrestle, even though Wang got the 8-point advantage. And Alex Federico, the Preston Prince, up to 23 disposals, and Jackson Clark, 20 and 3 goals.
Richards working hard to provide an option in defence. 30 from his own defensive goal. Playing a little bit of possession footy here, the Magpies. Goes long to the wing. Jackson Clark rises and over the top. Josh Murphy with a late body and paint mark of the day. Feel like if he can have 5 or 10 minutes here and insert his dominance on this game. A big, long, raking inside 50. Not a great entry, though. And Tilly in the hole again takes another intercept mark. An elite body and paint mark of the day for Aiden. 57 plays 48. Maggie's up. Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Been good today, Tilly.
Oh, gee, the kick wasn't so good. Foster Gardner fires away. He's got it. He's kicked a goal. It's back to a goal margin. North Albury through Foster Gardner to the netball court end, Scotty.
Yeah, how good's that? The kick from Tilly was woeful, really, as we spoke about. Down in that back end, the kicking down there hasn't been great, but Tilly's kick there just really a stuff up and great finish.
Put the Moz on him big time. I said he was
the new Robbie.
And he has been good today, but no, that was no mistake there. North Albury kick away again and get it back within 4 points, so it's a really good watch at the moment.
Not sure what Aiden was thinking there. He's played such a good third term. Ordinary kick, and Foster Gardner makes you pay. 57 of 48. Back under a kick. Maggie's up here in the third term for the locker room at the SS&A. Jackson Wiedemann tries to flick it over to Goody. He wraps up Federico. Finds a hand pass. Winter with a beautiful one-handed pickup. On to Taylor. Now to Campbell. He'll want his left foot. Does that. Fires it back into a hole there with talent. Brought to ground, Archer Gardner, hand passes to Foster, hand passes to Gardner. The Gardner clan link up. Minogue, Johnny on the spot in the square, puts the Hoppers back in front. Great play by North Albury, all on the same page. And Minogue kicks his second, and all of a sudden, they're back in front, Monty.
Yeah, how good is that? Just the link up by hands, the 3 Gardner boys all involved there, and then finish with Minogue in the goal square, but it was the work done around the ball, the tackle on Federico in the middle of the ground, spilled it out, and then they were able to get it inside 50, and that's when they're dangerous, North. When their little blokes are doing that sort of stuff inside 50, they look like a team that could kick a score to win.
You mentioned it in the first quarter, Mon. It's that surge forward that was brilliant from them early, and we just saw it again, and it was nullifying players like Federico to get it forward, and a really good 5-minute period here for North Albury.
What a game of football in the first semi. An elite body and paint. Play of the day to the netball court end. Here they come again, the green and gold. Leighton Taylor on half forward, scoops it up. Barrett, he's in there fighting away for the pill. It comes out. Murphy picked it up one-handed. Gets onto his right foot, goes short, turns it over to Paddy Nash. Mustn't have gone the required distance. He wanted to play on quickly. Now here's Clark. Tumbles one inside 50, Evans Street end. Knowles just went beyond him. Picks it up, left foot. Has he responded? He has. The big man, Chris Knowles, with a quick answer. And they regain the lead, the Maggies.
How good was that Knowlesy there? Just went bang, a little sheepish. He wasn't sure if it was going to go through or not, but he was able to do it. And that's what can happen when you get a ruckman forward. They can cause issues because it's a bit of a mismatch. They just do things a bit different to other people. And, yeah, that one goes through from Big Knowlesy.
Yeah, it didn't look like a ruckman there. Big Chris Knowles just snapped it around the body, but fantastic work again there by Wangaratta. 9 inside 50s for them, and they're playing some good footy, and it's such a good arm wrestle at the moment.
Goal for goal here in the semi-final, which are what you love to see here on O&M Live. Hope you're enjoying the action. 63 plays 60. Magpies back in front. Goals like that are gold from Big Knowlesy. Big snap around the corner. How good was that? Harry Smart, I reckon he's got one high. He does. And a free kick here to the Maggies in the middle of the ground at the 21-minute mark for NZ. A big high up and under. Cal Moore's going to climb. Got 2 hands to it. Porter Rhodes. Gang tackled by Gardner. And he hand passes to Archer. Had too much on it for Reynolds. Talent dives in, so does Goody and Smart. It's a hot footy at the moment. Barrett off the back of the stoppage. Beautiful kick in the middle of the ground. Finds Clark. Interesting hand pass to Porter. Put him under the pump. And they've turned it over across half forward. Winter, he kicks it straight to Barrett. Left foot kick in towards Calmore. Winter's kick was poor. Barrett's kick was brilliant. And Calmore can line up for a handful.
I'm not sure what Cam Barrett's numbers are, but I tell you what, that's his best kick of the day by far. That's what you want. You want him kicking it inside 50 or around the middle of the ground because he's so dangerous. Calmore did not even break stride then and took a big chest mark. So just needs to go back, put this one through and give him a bit of breathing space here.
You simply cannot defend that sort of delivery. And Calmore hasn't played since round 14. Comes in and misses. 4 goals, 1 for Calmore. Never looked goal-bound at all. And the margin is now at 4 points. 10-4-60 the Magpies. North Albury 9-6-60 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. 23 minutes played for NZ third term.
Brought to you by the locker room at the SS&A. Hayes from the full-back position goes right out wide here. She's Murphy a long way up the ground, and that ball has gone out of bounds. Dan, give us your bets, mate, for 40 winks.
Well, Caden Winter's been at his best. He's had 22 disposals this game. He's had 9 this quarter as well. So really flying the flag for North Albury in that midfield. And Julian Hayes as well has had 21 disposals.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. CDHBU beating Gindra by 13 points in the Hume League. Lukey?
Out at Walbundry.
At how long?
At how long today? That's it. Walbundry yesterday. Hands go up inside 50 Evans Street end. Now, ball about 45 out. Murphy picks it up. Just gets a clearing kick right down the line. Tilly sits under it. Oh, Tilly. Did the umpire pay it? He did.
He's in a bit of trouble here, Aiden Tilly.
Gee, that was a mark. An elite body and paint mark of the day. So he just got his legs taken from under him, Scotty.
Yeah, a bit of the old-fashioned tunnel there. Just ran straight through the marking contest when Tilly was already in the air. So very, very dangerous, but he's up and about now.
So 24 gone, thanks to NZ. Third term. Here he goes, Aiden Tilly. Straight back on his feet with a long kick inside 50. Weaving. Ball out of bounds. Right.
Oh. That's going to be a free kick.
Yeah. Foster Gardner, the antagoniser.
He does that.
Gets in the face of the opposition and they always bite back, and Foster usually wins free kicks. So Foster Gardner.
Can you imagine the fights him and the boys got in when they were younger? Or probably still do.
They still do. I can assure you of that, Monty. They still do.
He'd be the one that starts it too, I reckon.
Yep. So Weaven, defensive goal square, goes out wide to a big pack of players, and after all that, we're going to have a boundary throw in. 4-point lead still, Scotty Montgomery.
Yeah, that's just one thing I feel that North Albury getting into the habit of, just kicking long to a contest at the moment in this third quarter. They need to make sure they keep taking it on, take the short on, take it back through the middle, try and make Wang defend with their legs, because when they did that in the second quarter, they weren't able to keep up. So they need to get back into that mode, I think.
O&M footy, first semi. Moore, inside 50. Melville's taken the mark. 35 out, 45-degree angle.
we know he's hampered Brad Melville with that foot injury, and that's why he's playing forward, but he's still such a dangerous prospect to anyone because he's such a strong body, good solid hips that can hold his space, and he did that well there, just guided the ball into the chest, and normally a really nice kick too.
Well, you hear it from the days you're playing Oz kick, don't you, Scotty? Play in front in the forward line. And that's exactly what Brad Melville was doing. So this, to get the lead back out to 10 points. Strikes it, it's come very wide. Smart goes up and takes the mark.
Oh.
So Harrison Smart's got it.
That's a coach killer there.
Yeah, poor defending.
Now, will he run around here and kick it?
The smallest guy in the contest there, Lukey. He had Julian Hayes and Harry Weaven just stayed off that contest and really should have come across with a fist.
Here goes Harrison. Right foot banana, peels it and puts it straight through the middle. So it's back out to 10 points here. 70 plays 60 at WJ Finlay. The Maggies up over North Albury. We're going 26 thanks to NZ in the third term.
Yeah, to frustrate North Albury there, you're letting the player market so close to the goal line, so they've got to get back to what they're doing best. But a good finish there by by Wangaratta. 15 inside 50s for them this quarter on the 40-wing stat sheet.
I think Monty hit the nail on the head there. A genuine coach killer. So the North Albury defence just falling away a little bit here in this third term for the locker at the SS&A. Siren will sound soon. We played 26 minutes. Restart again. Knowles down to Goody. Wrapped up straight away by Waitai Tua. And we're going to ball up in the centre circle. Again, good work at ground level from Tua. And the Magpies go forward once again. Ball's been called touch. Bounces in front of Knowles. Fractor was Tweedale. Harry Smart snaps it from 50. Looked pretty good. It's got a bounce. Is that bounce through for a goal?
It's going to be a free kick to Harry Weaven, boys. Hold against Kelmore. Would have been goal
got
of the
a
year.
Shane Warne leg break and bounced through for a goal, I think. And it's a free kick to Weaven after all that. No score. So 70 plays 60 still. Maggie's lead. Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Luke Francis, McRae Motors.
Hoppers come outside 50. Tilly dropped it. Waitai Tua.
He's getting tackled by his own man.
Claim him.
Again, just that long kick from Weaven. It's not how North Albury play their footy. It's just playing into Wangaratta's hands at the moment with the way they want to defend.
Stoppage. 60 out. Evans Street end. Knowles down to Winter, though, who snavels it. Ball rolling back towards the corridor. Here's Laverty. Oh, G. Taylor brought down by Laverty. Umpire says play on.
No, he's pinned him now.
No, he doesn't. So a late call, I feel. Laverty gets it. True half-back flank. So we're close to the three-quarter time break. But the Wang Magpies up by 10 points over North Albury in the first semi-final.
Selling a little bit of candy there was Laverty, and the siren sounds as he was going to boot this one long. Stay with us. A ripping game of footy here in the first semi-final. The Wangaratta Rovers await the winner between the Magpies and the Hoppers. It's the Magpies 11-4-70 to the Hoppers 9-6-60. A big final term coming up. And on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
Fridge broken down, urgently needed.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The rumours are true. We're heading to the Riverina. That's right, fifth quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October.
The two teams break away from their huddles, so we'll go straight to Dan Vaccaro for 40 winks and our McRae Motors caught us best in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was a fantastic quarter, Panda. For mine, Caden Winter from North Albury. I thought he was fantastic in the engine room then. He had 10 disposals, he had 23 for the day, and Archie Gardner as well, 8 disposals and 22 for that contest. He was fantastic. For me, it's still the same two guys for Wangaratta. Alex Federico, 24 disposals for him. He had 8 disposals in that quarter, and Jackson Clark, 7 and a goal, which takes his total to 21. All those guys dominating the 40 wing stat sheet at the moment.
Scotty Montgomery boundary side for the Newie and a little bit of sunshine on the WJ Finlay Oval.
Yeah, it's beautiful down here, boys. I don't know what you're doing up there, but yeah, just had a really good listen to Ben Reid then. He just said, come on, we need to make sure we continue, and he had 3 themes up on the board, and one was team, so you need to put the team first, and he said they've done it for 2 quarters, which was the first and the third. Need to make sure they finish it off now. The other one was just their hunt, which he's been happy with in the way they finished. Just so when they're going inside 50 or whether they're having a shot on goal, they just need to make sure they finish and hit the right areas. And I couldn't get to listen to the North Albury boys. That crowd around them was absolutely unbelievable. So that whole hill nearly emptied, and they come out and had a listen to Timmy Broomhead deliver the message.
70 plays 60 to restart us here in the 4th term. All thanks to Phil and the crew at Mac Jack Sheds. What a game of footy we've had here, end-to-end stuff. So the Magpies with 4 goals to 3 in that third quarter after the Hoppers kicked 3 goals to 1 in the second. So the margin, 16 at quarter time to the way of the Maggies, 3 points at half time also to the way of the Maggies, and 10 points at 3/4 time to the way of the Maggies. Let's see what the 4th term will bring us here at the WJ Finlay Oval. Who wins, Dan?
North.
Luke?
Turn his mic on. Yep. No, I'm going to go with Wang.
Alrighty, I'm going to go with North Albury. We're underway here for Mac Jack Sheds. Jackson Clark left the footy behind. He's been put straight into the middle of the ground. Penny dives in. Jackson Clark fires it out to Waitai Tour again. Gardner, Archer, somehow gets out of a tackle and slams it forward for North Albury. Bounces in front of Anderson and Broomhead. Anderson under pressure from Broomhead, and we got a ball up 45 metres around from North Albury's goal.
Yeah, here we go. So 10 points separates these two clubs. It's hard to believe that either the Hoppers or the Magpies season will be over this afternoon. Here's Penny to Broomhead. Right foot, trying to bring it back across the face. Punched across the line from Bourdignon. So it brings it back to a 9-point margin. 70 plays 61 here on the Border Cup scoreboard in the final term.
I feel like he's that player that really needs to get going, Tim Broomhead. I know he's been tagged all day, but he's just got to find something to have an influence in this last term. Only had 7 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
What's that win like, boundary side? For the
Yeah, definitely favouring the Wangaratta Magpies, I feel, down to that pocket.
So Penny slips over again. Not sure how he can slip over at ground level, but he somehow did. And Knowles running away with it. Good pressure applied by Archer Gardner. Melville keeps his feet. And here they go through run and gun. Smart onto Callum Moore. Great ball movement again by the Magpies. Hoppers lose their feet. Magpies pounce. And Moore will line up for 5 from 50 on a 45-degree angle.
As you said, when Jack Penny fell over whilst he was on the ground, just they got the outnumber there, and then they were able to run and gun with Harry Smart and Brad Melville getting involved. And it was a nice delivery inside 50 from Harry Smart. And, yeah, not much Harry Weaven can do when he's got the big frame like that, moving first to a kick like that.
So this to make it really difficult for North Albury. Calmore starts it left, draws it back right. I'm not sure how that swung that far. And he just flips the bird to the North Albury crowd. He's done the Richo.
Yeah, good.
Cal Moore with a bit of feedback.
I don't mind it, Panda.
I don't mind it from both parties, just quietly, and it's a minor score. 71 plays 61, a 10-point lead to the Hoppers.
Just quickly on Brad Melville, whenever he has been on the field, he has been unbelievable. 16 disposals and was off basically all the second term.
Foster Gardner's away and he's tearing through the middle of WJ Finlay. Handballs over the top now to Leighton Taylor. Feigns the hand pass and goes on to Cody Gardner. Cody, short ball to Minogue. Fantastic football. Brilliant, Scott.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And not much Michael Bourdignon could do there. He tried to do the right thing, went to the goal line thinking that Cody Gardner was going to have a flying shot, but he was able to just check the kick and find Josh Minogue in a heap of space. As Cody Gardner's still on the ground after he might have got bumped after he kicked that one.
Yeah, the bump or cramp, but he's in a lot of trouble. He's over his haunches now, Cody Gardner.
Josh Minogue to bring the Hoppers within 4 points. Evans Street end, 35 out, 45-degree angle. You'd have a great view of this one on my live stream, wherever you may be around the country. Watching O&M Live, here's Josh Minogue. He straightens up and he puts it through for the Hoppers, and that is 4. He's got a quartet.
Yeah, fantastic kick there by Josh Minogue. And he's having a really good game, 4 goals, and he hasn't kicked straightest today too, so he could have had a little bag by now, but a really good reply there by North Albury.
Get back to within 4 points here on O&M Live. We've played 3 and a bit minutes in the 4th quarter. Doing it all for Mac Jack Sheds. We've had a wonderful game of footy here on a Sunday afternoon. And the Rovers await the winner at Birralee Park next Sunday. Here we go again. Tweedale went a little bit early. Federico has had some sort of afternoon with another clearance. Fraser Hollandine been a little bit quiet, but he hand passes importantly to O'Keefe, who fires from 45, doesn't get the distance. Moore reaches over the back.
Free kick.
Free kick, I reckon, here for a little bit of front-on contact. In fact, it's Knowles.
Yeah, they look dangerous when Knowles is rested forward. They've just given him another option, and they've, just a bit of front-on contact there before the ball got there.
So Knowles runs around and he finishes brilliantly for Knowlesy. He's got 2, snaps the big ruckman. Who said they can't kick Dan Vaccaro? Knowlesy with a double, and the margin is back out to 10 points. 77 plays 67 for Border Carpets.
And how good a ruckman. That was unreal there by Chris Knowles.
Wow.
Fantastic around the body, and he's just flying the flag at the moment. That was fantastic work by Chris Knowles. And on a serious note, Alex Federico in that midfield is being the difference today. He has absolutely dominated. 26 disposals for him. Everything he touches turns to gold, and he's killing them in the centre clearances.
What about Dan Vaccaro for a front runner?
I've never seen someone flip so quickly with their decision making.
Oh, Dan Vaccaro, he beat Might and Power as a front runner.
Wow.
Here we go. Here's Federico. Look at Winter, tenacious, goody. And Winter goes again, stands up. Umpire to take it.
Just a quick one, boys. Looks like Cody Gardner's all right. I think it might have been something to do with his asthma. He just had a bit of a puff on their Ventolin, and he might be right to go.
Wiedemann. And Richards, Penny knew he had him. Ball came out. Flicked over the top. Here's Hayes. Short one to Campbell. Left foot. They're kicking towards the Evans Street end in the final term. Here's Leighton Taylor. That's the Hoppers. And then a short one by foot. Paddy Nash picks it up, gets the chalk. Right of centre wing on the far side. We've got a 10-point margin. It is the Magpies up over the Hoppers here on the border carpet scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock. Has gone over 6 here, final term.
Boundary throw in. Far side. Goody at ground level. Federico on him, and the ball spills out to Wiedemann, who's going to load up on that big left foot of his. Does it stay in? Just. And Leighton Taylor marks on the paint. Lowers the eyes, looking for Dennis over his head. Spills out the back. Clark with a nice hand pass out to Waitai Tua. Boarding on under pressure. Wants to find the boundary here. Campbell's going to try and keep it in. Boundary line wins out. 55 around from Hopper's goal. 77 plays 67. Magpies in front for border carpets. We've played 6 minutes. Scotty Montgomery for NZ.
Yeah, I think that kick he tried to get it a bit more on the outside of the boot there than Michael Bordeaux, but just had no spin on it at all and just straight to the boundary. So, yeah, that's one of those ones for Vax. If it had been in the AFL, it would have been paid.
Yep. Ball back into play. Minogue fisted out. Waitai Tua comes at it. So too did McIntosh. Ball comes out. The way of Smart. Hasn't he played a game for the Maggies today, Harrison? Left foot, Ramage at the back. Read it beautifully in front of Melville. Now Campbell's saying shoot it back out the other side. So they work one to Cullen. He's got it now. Cross half back. Nicely worked to Weaven. A trail by 10 here, the Hoppers. WJ Finlay in the first semi to Wiedemann. He wants a corridor. He gets it. Flynn Gardner handballs over the top to Hayes. Terrific football. Goes inside 50. Minogue.
Wow.
That is elite. You won't see better Ovens and Murray football than that, Scott Montgomery.
No, you will not. The way they moved it, but that's what they didn't do in that last quarter, that third quarter, boys. They just kept going long down the line and turning it over. There, they come back through the middle, and they look so dangerous. Got in the hands of the best ball user in the Ovens and Murray nearly, and not much as a defender you can do when they're kicking like that to a forward.
Kicking for 5. Josh Minogue, he kicked 6 last week, as we said, in the elimination final. This guy's a star, an absolute gem. 35 out, directly in front. Evans Street end, pops it up, and has he snuck it through? It's a behind. It's a behind. So it's back to 9 points now. The Maggies up on the border carpet scoreboard in the final term, and we're gone over 8 thanks to NZ.
4-4 for Joshy today. Just not quite good enough. He could have had a real bag and put this game right in North Albury's court. But, yeah, tell you what, bad kicking's bad football.
4 goals, 4 for Josh. And back to 9 points. 68 North Albury, 77 the Magpies. Barrett with the kick-in duties. Look at that for a kick-out. Bang to Clark, who can just keep running with pace. He can almost go all the way. Runs to centre wing, checks his kick. Not a great one inside 50, looking for Cal Moore. Weaven in a wrestle with Cal, who gets pushed off the footy. Dodges around 1, dodges around 2. Bananas from 45 and kicks the most freakish point. It hits the post. I was building up for a big one there.
You were going to go off.
Wow, I think the goal umpire's chuckling to himself because that would have been the best goal in country footy you will ever see.
There is nothing wrong with these hamstrings.
Minor score, 78 plays 68, 10-point lead to the Magpies on the Inspirations Pay border carpet scoreboard.
Oh, gee. Short from Hayes to King. He just got him. What about the call of Blake Escott's Cal Moore's point? You wouldn't get a better one. Is Ramage. Bouncing towards true centre wing. Minogue comes out. Bourdignon right on him. Short one to Cody Gardner. Inside 50, Leighton Taylor. Till he got a fist to it. Tweedale down to these haunches. Taylor came in. Free kick wasn't given away. Barrett. Taylor's got him. And the umpire will take it. What a game of football we're witnessing on O&M Live. The Wang Magpies 78. Lead the North Albury Hoppers 68 in the final term in the first semi.
Ball up. Winter tries to break out of the stoppage. Somehow gets a hand pass to it. Porter dives over the footy. Minogue jumps on him. Umpire says, give it to me, please. And I will throw this up, gents. So 1 goal apiece here in this last quarter through Minogue and Chris Knowles. There's a whistle. And it's a free kick to North Albury. I have no idea why.
He paid a bit too high. Must have been in the ruck contest. So just umpire signalled across the chop. So, yeah, free kick to Joshy Minogue. And he needs to put this one through, boys. He can't continue to miss, especially when the game's so tight.
So Josh has got 4-4 and Cal's got 4-3. So the big boys are putting their handprints on this game, but this simply has to go through for North Albury. Josh Minogue will kick from 45 on a 45-degree angle. Little hush just goes over the WJ Finlay Oval. Comes in and it's out to the right. It's making its way back, but it's not through.
Yeah.
He's got 4 goals, 5, Josh Minogue. And the margin is back to 9 points. 69 plays 78. Magpies in front. We have played 10 minutes for NZ final term.
Just keep it light. And Alex Federico, Monty, just had a little bit of a skip in his step as he jogged off.
Here's Barrett. Long out of the goal square for the Magpies. Minogue. Oh. I think that ball hit the ground. Did it, Scotty?
Nah, definitely Mark.
Good stuff. Here's Josh. That's why we got him there. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. Fisted out of bounds by Charlie Nash. So we're going to get a boundary throw in here. Just about 60 or 70 around from goal. Dan for 40 Winks.
Have all the ascendancy at the moment. North, 6 inside 50s for them this quarter. Only 2 to Wang Magpies. So got to try and find some more scoreboard pressure.
So ball in again. High one coming into play. Minogue at the front. Charlie Nash. Left foot around his body. Murphy bounces over his head. His Ramage. Ball out of bounds. Just in front of the interchange gates. Adjacent to the balcony at WJ Finlay.
Dan, what do you got for us, 40 Winks?
Yeah, well, Jackson Clark hasn't had a fantastic game. 25 disposals and 3 goals for him. And Alex Federico, 26 disposals on the 40 Winks stat sheet. Those boys have lit it up today.
So Josh just takes it out of the ruck from a shallow throw-in. Foster Gardner straight off the bench. Dances around a couple and kicks to half forward. Big defensive fist from the Pies, spills to the ground. And then Boarding-On rushes it over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back in. It's been camped in that sort of 50-metre arc of the ground for the last few minutes, Monty, for Newmarket.
It has, and I think this is the sort of open side too, so it's surprising that it has been camped on this side. I feel that the Breezes should be taking the footy on their far side, so interesting to see who wants to get it out that side and try and defend the boundary a little bit. 4th
term for Mac Jack Sheds. Still a 9-point lead to the Magpies. Minogue looking dangerous in the ruck. Goody just spilt the ball at ground level. Porter went in, and he's been wrapped up by a couple. The Magpies clear defence. Tweedale kicked it towards half forward for North Albury. Penny gets it on the boot really quickly. Talent, did he push him in the back? Umpire says no, got 2 hands to it. Taylor at ground level. Here's Cody Gardner. Fires it back to Dennis. Quick little kick away, snap towards goal. Bounces over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back in. North Albury doing all the attacking, but they trail by 9 points. 78-69. We have played 13 minutes for NZ. Dan Vaccaro, 40 Winks.
Josh Minogue, he's trying everything for his team. He's had the 6 disposals this quarter. He has kicked the 4 goals. He's trying absolutely everything. It's just his kicking boots aren't on.
High pressure last term. Wiedemann takes it out of the ruck to Talent. Keith Talent. Look at that. Norton just sitting back there, waiting. And Tyler goes to Barrett. Now there's a whistle.
He's paid a 50-metre penalty. I think the man on the mark was moving. Yep, before he kicked it. So
didn't stand.
Yep, fair decision. And just Alex Federico's right to go, boys. Vex, I don't know what you saw, but he's good to go.
Just a rest, Dan. Settle down.
Nah, he was a bit ginger.
Here goes Norton. Oh, that's a wobbly ball. Turned over. Now Arch Gardner takes off. Gets it to Cody Gardner. Short one to Goody. On to Foster Gardner. Now what's he going to do with this? He's going to go long for Broomhead. He's out the back up against Anderson. Ball goes out of bounds in the pocket. How good is this to watch, Scott Montgomery?
Yeah, how good a job has Mark Anderson done? And you know, as a tagger, he just has not let him go. He hasn't worried about going and getting his own ball. It's basically 17 on 17. And when you're taking the best player into the competition, nearly out of the game, it's an absolute, credit to what Mark Anderson's able to do mentally today.
Hello to the 1,500 people tuning in on OM Snapprint Solutions TV as well and listening on 2AY and 3NA. We've got a ripping game here in the first semi-final. The captain, George Goody, is going to swing it back to the top of the goal square, but no one's home for the Hoppers. Tilly there and takes a nice intercept mark in the defensive goal square. Still a 9-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies as Tilly comes out towards Clark. Another wonderful defensive effort from Archer Gardner. And Penny swoops on this footy, keeps his kick low over the head of Nation Talent. Winter hand passes to Taylor, a bit of a no-looker back to Talent, on to Gardner. Wiedemann now, tries to dummy around one, kicks it off a step from 45. Wiedemann with a sun-tanned goal today, selling some candy. and bringing North Albury back to within 3 points. 78 plays 75. What about that Monty off a step?
Yeah, how good was that, Jackson Wiedemann? We know how good of a kick he is, and just off one step there from about 48 metres, put it through. But the work on the goal line too to make sure no one could touch it was fantastic as well by the North Albury Smalls.
Yeah, it's a massive goal that deserved from North Albury. They've had 9 inside 50s this quarter to Wangaratta's 2, so they've really dominated the territory battle here in North Albury, so that was just reward for effort.
Final turn brought to you by Mac Jack Sheds. And what a last quarter it is. The Maggies up by 3. Who's going to survive in season 2024 in the O&M? We're back in the middle. Let's have a look. Well, McIntosh came in. Federico brought him down. Penny at the bottom. The umpire to take it again. So just favouring the outer side here in the heart of WJ Finlay. Fever pitch. 78 plays 75. The Wang Maggies with the lead. And this ball is going to be tied up again. Shearer not coming out of there. And we'll have another stoppage, Dan.
Yeah, it is. It's such a tight game at the moment. And Josh Minoga, we mentioned earlier, he's trying everything for his team. 7 disposals and a goal for him in this quarter.
And a couple of points as well. Knowles down to Federico. It's been like that all day. McIntosh trying to fight through a tackle, but Nation intercepts his hand pass and sends the Maggies forward. Going back with the flight there was Hollandine, not able to mark. Flynn Gardner onto Penny, onto Reynolds. And here comes this run and dare from North Albury. Gardner hand passes it forward towards Goody. Will the ball sit for him? It does, and he flicks it out to Campbell. Forward run keeps coming here from Flynn Gardner, who's made a 150-metre effort. Dances around one, hand passes to Cody Gardner, runs to 50, runs to 45, sets sail and pushes it across the face. In fact, it is allowed to just trickle into the arms of Chris Knowles, who pushes back in defence and chips it towards Taylor Norton on the defensive goal square, and no score to North Albury. So 78-75, Magpies up by 3 points, Luke Francis.
Charlie Nash to O'Keefe. Here he is, Will. Handballs off to Charlie. So good running from behind and then kicks it down the line to their half-forward flank. Smart at the back. Just edges out Hayes. No, he took the mark. Now they're in a race for it. Trying to win back front spot. And coming out from the goal square, Moore got rid of his man on the boot. It's wide, and it's gone out of bounds on the full. So no score. The Maggies up by 3 points, 78-75 in the final term. It's brought to you by Mac Jack. NZ Albury time clock has gone
8:44 for Wangaratta, so it's been head-to-head all day.
78 plays 75. Maggies by 3 points as North Albury try to clear defence. They have numbers on the far side. Foster Gardner into Wiedemann. Big long loopy hand pass to Winter. It's been intercepted by Knowlesy, who checks his kick at the last minute and finds Grossman. Called to play on, so he has to retreat. Richards off a step from 55. It's a poor kick. And it bounces into the pocket, and we'll have a boundary throw in 30 around for the Magpies goal. 78-75. Wang Magpies lead, Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, as I said, what a game this has been. Jackson Clark, 25 disposals for him today. He's been outstanding on the 40-wing stat sheet and 3 goals. And Alex Federico, 27 for him as well.
Weaven, got a fist to it. Gardner also. Ball back in the same spot. We're going to get another repeat. Boundary throw-in. So 25 around from goal at the netball court end. What an important sharing to be won here, Dan.
Mark Anderson, he's done a fantastic job on Broomhead today as well. Only 7 disposals for Tim Broomhead.
More. And then play goes on. Federico, right foot. Right on the line. Reynolds, a goal-saving mark, so timely.
Like a goalkeeper in the World Cup. Jack Reynolds, the boy from Mara, who runs out of defence. Oh, that's soft.
That's soft.
Really is Scotty Montgomery free kick
Yeah,
downfield.
I didn't think it was a downfield. I thought it was right as he kicked it, so I thought it was fair. Play on.
So Gardner onto King, who kicks long down the wing. They got an overlap run here. McIntosh has to turn around. He's got a pretty open 50. Kicks into the pocket. Minogue's got 2 to beat. Not able to mark. Spills out the back. Nathan Dennis, will the ball sit for him? It won't. Like Stevie Milne in the grand final.
Yeah.
Goes through for a minor score. 78 plays 76. The Magpies in front by 2 points at the 19th minute mark for NZ in this final term.
How about this? How about this? First semi-final day, WJ Finlay. Here's Barrett from the fullback position, Evans Street end. Wang Magpies lead by 2 points, 7 North Albury. A long one from Cam. Knowles winding up at the back. Wiedemann got a fist to it. Here's O'Keefe. You heard the roar. It's out of bounds on the full. Right in front of the balcony. WJ Finlay. Here's Jack Penny with the pill. It's going to go to McIntosh. Now, what's the umpire saying here? He wants Campbell to take it, does he, Scotty?
Yeah, so I think McIntosh actually come off on as an interchange, and yeah, he was nearly going to make him take his kick as an interchange player. Would have been interesting.
Certainly would have been. Here's Campbell, and he thumps it in. Who can take a mark down there? Hands go up, over the back it goes. Cody Garner bursts onto it, kicks the goal, and North Albury are in front. The Hoppers have hit the lead. Cody Gardner with 3. Scotty, listen to the crowd here at WJ Finlay.
Yeah, they're going nuts, aren't they? That's a huge goal there from Cody Gardner. He's been absolutely fantastic today. That's his 3rd. And that just looks so dangerous when it hits ground level, when those smalls are doing the right thing and getting to the right spots like they did just then.
Yeah, they've absolutely dominated this quarter on the 40-wing stat sheet. 12 inside 50s to 5, so they've had all the play. North Albury, they've been the better team, and Wang are really holding on here.
What a finish from the youngster. Playing his first senior game for quite a while from the Murray Bushrangers. He's put North Albury in front by 4 points. 82 plays 78. We've played 21 minutes for NZ. And North Albury win a high free kick here through Jack Penny in the middle of the ground. Penny goes short to Archer Gardner. He could have kept running if he wanted, but he just takes a little bit of time off the clock. Still so much time left in this ball game. He goes short, finds his brother Foster, his twin brother. Still in the centre square. Is going to load up here to the top of the goal square. Leighton Taylor, not able to mark. Punches towards Campbell, just overran the football. Charlie Nace with a hand pass, finds Will O'Keefe at half-back. He can run and gun and take a bounce. Takes one, kicks to half-forward. He's got Cal Moore on a searching lead. Finds him, open 50 for the Magpies.
Here he goes, Cal. He's pure football dynamite, this guy. Look at that explosive kick down towards the pocket. Well, King over the top with a fist. And the ball's gone out of bounds in the pocket. Netball court and broadcast side.
And Monty, just again, I'll accept your apology. Alex Federico is not looking good at all.
Nah, he's fine. Bit of cramp, I reckon.
He's limping.
You watch Cal Moore in the ruck here, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, you're right. Tom Hawkins style here. Blake Escott, watch this. Can he get to it? He'll try and shove Minogue out of the road. Tilly got hands to it. Arch Gardner fights away with him in a wrestle for the Sharon. And we get a stoppage, 25 out from goal.
Every player in the Wang half, boys, every player.
Okay. Moore. Goody. Try to get his way through. What's the umpire going to say? He takes a good call. Another stoppage, 20 metres out this time. North Albury up by 4.
23 minutes gone for NZ in the final term. Can't be long left. Kick out of mid-air. I reckon that was from Cal Moore. Soccer style. It was an over-the-head kick, and it's rushed through for a minor score. He can do some freakish things, that man, even with half a hamstring. 82 plays 79. It's a 3-point lead to North Albury in the final term for Mac Jack Sheds. The whole crowd here on the edge of their seats at the WJ Finlay Oval. And Tim Broomhead tries to bite off a real aggressive kick, and it's been marked by Cal Moore. And if anyone has the distance here, Scotty, it's Cal Moore from 55.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care if he's got half a hamstring. With that there, they were just trying to get out the back. And when you've got a 4-point lead, you don't have to take it on like that. I just feel that's a silly decision there from Tim Broomhead.
So Cal Moore will get the distance. It's all about the accuracy. In the end, it doesn't get there. In the goal square, big pack of players. Broomhead kicks it through for a minor score. And the margin sits at 2. 82 plays 80. On the Border Carpet scoreboard, we have played 24 minutes for NZ final term, Luke Francis.
Soon as Tim Broomhead kicked that last ball coming out, he clutched his head and thought, what have I done? Gee, went at that ball like a maniac to get it over the line. They're 2 points up, the North Albury Hoppers. And it's wide out on the flank. Out of bounds, Dan.
Yeah, it's so tense at the moment, isn't it? The Wangaratta fighting so hard. They got the territory battle back on their terms, but they're getting flogged in the inside 50s this quarter. They've only had the 6, and North Albury have had the 12. So they've got to figure out a way to find some scoreboard pressure and kick the winner.
Okay, let's have a look out there. Tweedo, fisted out. Here's Hayes, picks it up. Flynn Gardner.
High.
Yeah, good decision. I think it was there.
Non-officiating umpire, Lukey.
It's a good call. Here's Flynn Gardner. So 40
hurry
out
him up quick.
from their own goal. Now he goes with the barrel. So he's rushed in the end. Cody Gardner sat under it. Bourdignon. And then comes out the back. Here's Barrett. Now he was taken high. And he will get a camp.
Can't be long left. They're going to open up the fat side of the ground here, the Magpies. Charlie Nash marks. Plays on straight away. He's going to fire it in. Hopper's holding on to a 2-point lead. It's a wobbler. Oh, Weaven with a wonderful elite body and paint defensive mark. Had to mark that footy or punch it. And he goes long, wide. Leighton Taylor down the line with a mark. Every mark being cheered by the North Albury fans here. 82 plays 80, Scotty Montgomery.
Yeah, he's just got no one in front of him, so he's just going to have to go long. It's a one-on-one.
Hopper's up by 2 points. Goes out wide here for Nash and Gardner. Gardner tries to claim the mark, and we have a boundary throw in far side at the 26-minute mark for NZ. Hoppers by 2 points, 82-80.
Huge clearance here. Just in front of the scoreboard at WJ Finlay. Who'll take it? The Maggies or the Hoppers? North Albury lead by 2 points. Tweedale over the top. Norton got swung around. Federico. Cody Gardner takes it. Federico brings him down.
High.
Yes. So now they'll try and retain possession. North Albury. Cody Gardner has it. Back to Flynn. True half-back flank, the Hoppers. So they're losing ground here, but they keep possession. To Tim Broomhead, the captain, coach of the North Albury Football Club. Here he goes, long down the line with a high one. He'll take the mark here. Tweedale got hands to it. Ball heading out of bounds. Winters there, and it finds a chalk.
Not long to go now, and it'll only be a minute or so to go. North Albury have been absolutely brilliant this quarter. They've had 12 inside 50s. They've had all the play, and they're just getting stoppage after stoppage.
82 plays 80. North Albury lead at the 27th minute mark for NZ. Final turn for Mac Jack Sheds as Charlie Nash tries to gain some valuable yardage here for the Magpies. Wiedemann wrapped up, and another stoppage. Scotty Montgomery for the Newmarket.
Yeah, this is what North Albury wants. They'll just try and get stoppage after stoppage here. They've got a lot of numbers. They've got 2 forwards in play, so they're just trying to get as many numbers behind the footy and around the ball as they can.
Caden Winter grubbers it forward here for North Albury. Ball spills to half forward. Bourdignon rushes it over the boundary line, but it's at the right end for the green and the gold. 82 plays 80. 28 minutes gone for NZ. Luke Francis for McRae Motors.
Here we go, Blake Escott. 50 out from the Evans Street end. What a game it's been, the first semi in the O&M. Back into play. Tweedale, Goody, and Cody Gardner. It's been fantastic in the final term. Archie Gardner, along the ground it goes. Murphy tried to get it up. Arch Gardner had a swing at it. Federico. So not long left now. Here's Melville. Gets a hand to it. Wide tie Tour. Comes off half back and he gets a boot to it. Now here comes Smart. Will the siren beat the Maggies? That's the question. Flynn Gardner, what a one-on win. And it comes out of bounds. Flynn Gardner, magnificent. An elite body and paint. Play of the day from Flynn. And are the Hoppers home?
82 plays 80. A big one-on-one there between Smart and Flynn Gardner. And the boundary line wins out. 2-point lead to North Albury. The ball spills towards Cody Gardner. Wants a free kick for a high. Hand passes forward to Penny. Spills here towards Nick Richards. He dives on the pill. So does Goody, wrapped up by Knowles. And we have a ball up in the middle of the ground. 30 minutes gone in this final term here at the WJ Finlay Oval. Every second feels like a minute for North Albury. Jackson Clark wrapped up in a tackle, holding the ball as the siren sounds. And North Albury are into a preliminary final. What a win at the WJ Finlay Oval. The Hoppers have come from the elimination final and they've taken down the Magpies 12-10-82 to the Magpies 12-8-80. What a win for the green and gold in the first semi-final.
Yeah, they've done it. So their second finals win in 7 days. Last week, they ended the Wodonga Bulldogs season, and today they've finished off the Maggies in season 2024. North Albury, what a win. in a sensational first semi on a Sunday afternoon at WJ Finlay. Scotty Montgomery is downstairs. He's on ground level. He'll pick out our player of the day. Looking forward to that. But what a game we've witnessed here. Wow, look at the green and gold on the hill. You'd swear it was Australia Day. Fair dinkum. And, well, the Maggies gallant. And they go down by 2. They go down by 2 points. So Scott Montgomery out there with Dan Vaccaro.
Who do you think they're heading towards, Lukey? Who do you reckon?
Cody Gardner.
Cody Gardner was brilliant, wasn't he?
Yeah.
3 goals.
Yep.
And the winning goal. I reckon Monty's gone straight to young Cody Gardner. This will be an interesting interview because the young fella hasn't had too many in his career, but he has just won the game for his beloved North Albury Hoppers. Scotty Montgomery will go down to the... How's the boundary side down there?
Yeah, boys, it's absolutely electric down here. The North Albury boys are up and about. And Cody, mate, how good's that? Finals footy back in this week, kicked the 3 and was able to get the result for your boys.
Yeah, it was a great win. I didn't do much, to be honest. Just found the right spots sometimes, but yeah, just played my role. That's about it.
And how thrilling is this? Obviously, it's been so long since the North Albury Football Club's played finals, and then for you to come in like that, back from the Bush Rangers and to get a win, and now you're into a prelim, and who knows next week?
Yeah, it feels unreal. Like, I didn't think we'd make it this far this year. Like, I knew we were all right, but this is a miracle, to be honest. Like, wasn't expecting it at all. But yeah, good luck, boys.
And how good is it coming to the feet of a guy like Josh Minogue, able to just read the ball in the air, and then when it comes to ground, you just go through, and he brings it to ground every time, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's that easy. Like, he's unreal. Like, every time he's near the ball, you know he's not going to... Like, he's going to make a contest, he's going to go to ground, or he's going to mark it. So it's like, yeah, it's small forwards just having so much opportunities, which is unreal.
No, we'll go and enjoy it, mate. I'm sure you're going to sing this song nice and loud. Well done, coach.
Cheers.
12-10-82 North Albury to the Wang Magpies 12-8-80. And they will now face the Wangaratta Rovers at Birraleigh Park with a whole lot of momentum, Lukey Francis.
Won't they what? Won't they what? What a game here this afternoon. Fantastic to watch. Right down to the wire. And we hope you've enjoyed it on O&M Live this afternoon, wherever you may have tuned into the live stream or a radio broadcast on 1494 2AY and 15663E. And this wonderful run continues. What a season. They hadn't won a final in 14 years coming into last week's game, the elimination final, the green and gold. Right now, they are on the crest of a wave.
It is making a bit of a for Juice, I think, boys.
Dane
Porter and Juice, I reckon. They're trying to get Juice to walk off, but he won't.
I reckon that might be Dane Porter's last game for the Wangaratta Magpies. And if that is, what a wonderful career for an absolute champion of our game in the SS&A Ovens and Murray in Dane Porter. Played his 350th a couple of weeks ago against the Rovers, and he's now lifted off the ground by Cal Moore and also Matty Grossman. So well done to North Albury as well for lining up there.
Yeah.
And Ben Reid and Tim Broomhead actually having a little hug there at ground level. Of course, former teammates for Collingwood. As the North Albury Hoppers come off the ground here after a 2-point win, Luke Francis, and a lot of momentum, as I said.
Yeah, I don't know if we're safe here, Panda, on the top of this balcony. I reckon this balcony will fall down once they get this song going. Here they come. Look at the Hoppers. Listen to the roar here.
Good luck getting in those rooms, Monty.
I'll try my best, boys.
All righty, so we're right under the North Albury rooms here. Scotty Montgomery will head in there and try and get the song loud and clear. So Cody Gardner put the Hoppers in front by 3 points, the 21-minute mark of the final term, and they held on for dear life, didn't they, Lukey?
Oh, yeah.
Here they go. 2010. They'll take on the Rovers after beating the Magpies here by 2 points in a thriller. Game of the year in the first semi-final. 12-10-82 to the Magpies, 12-8-80. A massive post-game show on the other side of this for the Clubhouse Bar and Bistro. Stay with us on O&M Live, because on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
Oh, no.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. Zero 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The rumours are true. We're heading to the Riverina. That's right, fifth quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October. We'll then be in Wagga Wagga on the 10th. Isaac and I will be bringing plenty of our teammates along for the journey. We can't wait to see you all there. Head to Fifth Quarter Camp's website for more details. See you soon.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.